Good morning, one and all. Esteemed dignitaries, industry leaders, members of FKCCI and KDEM, and all our distinguished guests, it's my immense pleasure to welcome all of you to this momentous occasion. A collaborative event hosted by FKCCI, a century-old institution that champions trade and commerce in strategic partnership with Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, that's KDEM, the driving digital growth across the state. Today, we stand at the threshold of a new era of digital brought together under the theme Tech Talk. Digital economy and ecosystem across Karnataka. We are gathered here today at the prestigious Sir M.V. Auditorium to witness the historic signing of MoU between FKCCI and KDEM. Huge round of applause. Let's welcome all the dignitaries to stage. I kindly request our office bearers to please escort the chief guests and keynote speakers to the stage. As a chief guest today, we have Dr. N. Manjula ma'am, an IAS officer, secretary to Government Department of Electronics, ITBT, and SNT, Government of Karnataka. We do have Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, CEO of KDEM, as a keynote speaker. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome our Honorable President of FKCCI, Uma Reddy ma'am, and all the office bearers to please join us on stage. Once again, a warm and a great welcome to all of you. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಬಹಳ ಅರ್ಥಪೂರ್ಣವಾದಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ. ಕರುನಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲೂ ವಿದ್ಯುಕ್ತ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾಗೋದು ನಾಡಿಗರ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಗೀತೆ ನಾಡಗೀತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತು ಗೌರವ ಸೂಚಿಸೋಣ. ನಾಡಗೀತೆಗಾಗಿ ದನಿಯಾಗೋಣ.
ಜಯ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ, ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ, ಜಯ ಸುಂದರ ನದಿ ವನಗಳ ನಾಡೆ, ಜಯ ಹೇ ರಸ ಋಷಿಗಳ ಬೀಡೆ, ಭೂದೇವಿಯ ಮಕುಟದ ನವಮಣಿಯೇ, ಗಂಧದ ಚಂದದ ಹೊನ್ನಿನ ಗಣಿಯೇ, ರಾಘವ ಮಧುಸೂದನರವತರಿಸಿದ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ, ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ. ಜನನಿಯ ಜೋಗುಳ ವೇದದ ಘೋಷ, ಜನನಿಗೆ ಜೀವವು ನಿನ್ನಾವೇಶ, ಹಸುರಿನ ಗಿರಿಗಳ ಸಾಲೆ, ನಿನ್ನಯ ಕೊರಳಿನ ಮಾಲೆ, ಕಪಿಲ ಪತಂಜಲ ಗೌತಮ ಜಿನನುತ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ, ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ. ಶಂಕರ ರಮನುಜ ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ, ಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ಮಧ್ವರ ದಿವ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಷಡಕ್ಷರಿ ಪೊನ್ನ, ಪಂಪಲ ಕುಣಿಪತಿ ಜನ್ನ, ಕುಮಾರ ವ್ಯಾಸರ ಮಂಗಲ ಧಾಮ, ಕವಿ ಕೋಗಿಲೆಗಳ ಪುಣ್ಯ ರಾಮ, ನಾನಕ ರಾಮಾನಂದ ಕಬೀರರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ, ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ. ಕೈಲಪ ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರಾಳಿದ ನಾಡೆ, ಕಂಕಣ ಜಕಣರ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಬೀಡೆ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಾವತಿ ತುಂಗ, ಕಾವೇರಿಯ ವರರಂಗ, ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ವಿವೇಕರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ, ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ. ಸರ್ವ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ತೋಟ, ರಸಿಕರ ಕಂಗಳ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ
ಸಿರಿಗನ್ನಡಂ ಗೆಲ್ಗೆ ಸಿರಿಗನ್ನಡಂ ಬಾಳ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. Our Honorable President of FKCCI, she is not only a visionary leader whose commitment to economy growth and empowerment is unparalleled, but she also holds a historic distinction of being the first lady president of FKCCI in its illustrious history. Please welcome Uma Reddy ma'am to deliver the formal welcome address along with presidential address and commencement proceedings.
Thank you, Divya. Our respected chief guest for this morning, Dr. N. Manjula, IAS Secretary to the Government, Department of Electronics, IT, BT, Science and Technology, Government of Karnataka. Our eminent keynote speaker and guest for this morning, Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, CEO, Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, KDEM. Our senior, my colleagues in the chamber, Senior Vice President T. Sairam Prasad, Vice President Mr. B.P. Shashidhar, immediate past President Mr. M.G. Balakrishna, Chairman IT Growth and Innovation Committee, Mr. H.A. Kiran, Advisor to the IT Growth and Innovation Committee of FKCCI, past President Dr. J.R. Bangera, past presidents of FKCCI, managing committee members of FKCCI, resource persons who have joined us this morning. Some of you, Mr. Mahindra, founder Hatti Kapi, I'm not so sure whether he's joined us. Mr. Gurudat Shenoy, managing partner, Vertex Management Workspace. Mr. Vinay Prabhakar, Sales and Alliance Leader, Deloitte. Mr. Sudhir Shankar, Cluster Head, KDEM, Mysore Cluster. And Mr. Sanjeev Keskar, Chief Executive of CEO of Arvind Consultancy, is yet to join us. Members of FKCCI, friends of FKCCI, students who are interested to be part of the IT and innovation activities, ladies and gentlemen, Elargo Namaskara, good morning. It gives me immense pleasure and pride to warmly welcome all of you to today's Tech Talk, Districts to Digital Powerhouses, and the name says it all. Coupled with a very historic moment for FKCCI, a signing of MoU from FKCCI with KDEM, the Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. It is the beginning of many activities going forward, and I warmly welcome each one of you today, this morning. At the outset, on behalf of FKCCI, I extend my respectful gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. N. Manjula, for graciously accepting our invitation and for her visionary leadership in steering Karnataka's electronics, IT, BT, science and technology ecosystem. And that was something that all of us witnessed in recent concluded Bangalore Tech Show that happened, taking not only the industries in the tech growing, but also Karnataka on that map growing higher. Ma'am, your presence today adds immense value to this very important initiative today. Thank you very much for joining us. Karnataka has always been at the forefront of technology process. So it is with that my special welcome to our keynote speaker, Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, CEO of KDEM, whose relentless efforts are instrumental in shaping Karnataka as a globally competitive digital economy. And it is that we stand today to sign this MoU with KDEM, taking our initiatives jointly forward. A very, very warm welcome to you on behalf of FKCCI. The future, as we all know, lies in taking digital growth beyond Bengaluru, into our districts, into the towns, into the emerging clusters that are happening all over the state. And today's theme, Districts to Digital Powerhouse, reflects this vision. A vision where talent, innovation, startups, MSMEs, and digital infrastructure are nurtured across the state. And this cannot be done single-handedly. We, as chambers of commerce, we as individual industrialists, entrepreneurs, and we as government need to work together to nurture this. So the MoU between FKCCI and KDEM being signed today is a significant step in this direction, and it symbolizes a shared commitment to promote IT, innovation, skilling, entrepreneurship, and digital transformation across Karnataka, especially in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 regions. And today's presence of many of FKCCI members from the District Chambers of Commerce today at this morning in this event adds value to this, so that you are able to take this forward in each of the many districts that we all represent. At FKCCI, we strongly believe that inclusive growth is the cornerstone of sustainable development. Through such collaborations, we aim to create opportunities for startups, MSMEs, youth, and innovators, enabling districts to emerge as vibrant digital and economic hubs, if not bridges. I'd like to place on record my appreciation to the IT Growth and Innovation Committee, chaired under the leadership of Mr. H.A. Kiran, and the entire team for conceptualizing and organizing this very meaningful program. Thank you very much for doing this and setting the tone for not only the day, but for the days to come. Once again, I extend a very warm welcome to all our distinguished guests. I see Mr. Sanjeev Keskar has just joined. A warm welcome to you. To all the participants and to all the students here, to all the industrialists here, I'm confident that today's deliberations will lead to actionable outcomes and strong partnerships in Karnataka's digital future. Thank you all for being here, but I believe this is not a thank you, it's a beginning of many, many bridges, many more relationships that keep adding value to our shared efforts and ensuring that we are all together. And I wish this program all success. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the beautiful words. I kindly request all the dignitaries on stage to please step forward and light the lamp and inaugurate this auspicious event. ದೀಪವನ್ನು ಬೆಳಗಿಸೋ ಮೂಲಕ ಈ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾಲನೆಯನ್ನ ನೀಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಸವಿನಯ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. Let us invoke the blessings for the success of this partnership and the prosperity of the state.
आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धि विनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापम् सन्ध्यादीप नमोऽस्तुते ओ दीप ब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीप ब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छां हि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य तिष्ठेत् गृहे दीपः तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं
ಆನಾದಬಿಂದು ಕಲಾತೀತನಾದ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಪವಿತ್ರವಾದ ಜ್ಯೋತಿಯು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಬಾಳಲಿ ನಂದಾದೀಪವಾಗಿ ಬೆಳಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಭಗವಂತನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯನ್ನ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ Thank you, dignitaries, for illuminating our path forward. May I now request Mr. H.A. Kiran, Chairman, IT Growth and Innovation Committee, FKCCI, to provide a brief IT growth and innovation overview, setting the context for this monumental partnership. Let's welcome with a huge round of applause, Mr. H.A. Kiran. Technological pros. You present the vital bridge between policy and progress, ensuring that the state remains at the forefront of innovation and responsible governance. Now, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, sir, for joining us. Let's hear from H.A. Kiran, sir, now.
Thank you, Divya. Hello, namaskara. Very good morning. So nice to see. Hall is very colorful and full. Good. Respected chief guest of the day, Dr. N. Manjula, IAS, Secretary, Department of Electronics, ITBT, Science and Technology, Government of Karnataka. ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿತು ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿದರು, ನಾನು ಮೊದಲು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ ಹಾಸನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಯಿತು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ powerhouse. I think that's a very good beginning, madam. Thank you. That word was quite a powerful word from your side. And the keynote speaker of the day, the man who has spearheaded the movement of Beyond Bangalore all across the Karnataka, Sanjeev Gupta, sir. Your presence itself is a vibrance everywhere. And our leader, and she always motivates, and she always takes everybody along, our beloved President, Uma Reddy, madam. Our Senior Vice President, Sairam Prasad, sir. And our Vice President, Shashidhar, sir. And when he gave me charge of IT committee last year, our immediate past president said, Kiran, you don't do anything, do only one work, Beyond Bangalore. Balkrishna, sir. Every day morning I get a call at 6 o'clock and there is an inquiry, Kiran, what's happening, where are you, what you are doing? That is our our past president Bangera, sir, who is a mentor and an advisor and a guide for our committee. Really nice to have galaxy of past presidents in front of us, who spearheaded the FKCCI. ಆಧಾರ ಸ್ತಂಭಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ FKCCIಗೆ ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಸರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ KMS ಸರ್ ಇದೆ. KMS ಸರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್, ಕಿರಣ್ IT ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಆದದ್ದು initially it was during the term, and initially the FKCCI took lot of initiative to get ITPL here. I remember those words, KMS sir. And nice to have Dinesh sir with us, and very guiding force for our committee and our committee member, past president IS Prasad sir, and a very strong man, like he always stand by everybody for a good work, our Shivkumar sir. And we are very much distinguished by all your great presence, and very happy to see lot of our directors and committee chairmen and leaders from our district. So ಮಂಡ್ಯದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಭಾಕರ್ ಅವರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಲಬುರಗಿಯಿಂದ ಶರಣು ಪಪ್ಪೋರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷದ ವಿಷಯ. ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ತುಮಕೂರು ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಆದ ಸುಜ್ಞಾನ್ ಹಿರೇಮಠ್ ಅವರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿ ಸಿ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ and the leaders here, and moreover like ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ, I can see lot of women representatives here and members of FKCCI and also students, and I can see a lot of academicians, and I recognize the presence of Gopika from SN Karnataka. Nice you are here. And more importantly, like we have Hubli Ramesh Patil ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Mysore chairman, Adhyakshru, a very good voice in Mysore always for the industry. Lingaraj sir is there. And like I'm very happy to say we have got a very distinguished speakers now. Vinay Prabhakar has come all the way from Delhi. He was along with the PMO program. He is with us. Vinay Prabhakar, big hand to you. And ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಸರ್, ಆದರೂ ನಾನು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಬಂದೇ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ, ರಾತ್ರಿ ಬಂದು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಹೊರಡ್ತೇನೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು ನಮ್ಮ ವರ್ಟೆಕ್ಸಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾದಂಥ ಗುರುದತ್ ಶೆಣೈ ಅವರು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಗುರುದತ್ ಶೆಣೈ ಅವರೇ, ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. And Sudhir is always like one momentum for FKCCI. Sudhir Shankar from Mysore cluster head. In fact, everybody remembers KDEM ಅಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಸುಧೀರ್ ಅವರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. There's something great about that. And we have one more speaker with us, Mr. Sanjeev Keskar. Thank you, Ms. Sanjeev. And ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಹಟ್ಟಿ ಕಾಫಿ Mahendra will be joining us in another few minutes. And nice. And very good morning and warm welcome to everybody for this very auspicious ceremony, I can say, signing of MoU between KDEM and FKCCI. And it is my privilege to present an overview of today's Tech Talk on Districts to Digital Powerhouse and the MoU signing between FKCCI and the Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. This is a landmark step in the Karnataka digital growth journey. Namma Rajya Karnataka has been recognized as the technology capital, I can say, for the country. And however, the future of growth is especially beyond Bangalore. This is the time we have to think about the tier 2 and tier 3 cities where the talent, the entrepreneurship and aspiration are abundant. In fact, definitely our Shanai will agree with it. Aspiration is very abundant in the... Recently there was a article in Times of India. The top big companies hire a lot of talents from tier 2 cities. I think we have one of the big 4 here. I think they are the top Deloitte. I think Vinay Prabhakar will agree with it. Yes, Jillegalalli talent is there. Districts have a lot of talent. Those talents are migrated every year from several districts to Bangalore. How much can Bangalore take? This is what KDEM has thought about. This is what our president and our office bearers, FKC, is thinking about. This is the time we have to make a call. We have to put in effort to take the tech companies beyond Bengaluru. The objective of today's program is very clear and purposeful: to democratize digital opportunities, to take IT innovation startups and MSME digitalization to districts, and to build sustainable digital ecosystems across Karnataka. I think we'll be hearing more about the ecosystem from Sudhir and also from our Gurudat Chennai. Through the strategic partnership with KDEM, FKCCI aims to promote district level digital infrastructure and innovative hubs. Madam referred this very well when in her talk. And yes, madam, you have given us the responsibility. We'll take this responsibility and we'll achieve it. And we have a very strong committee. We should recognize our IT committee, very strong committee of about 75 people. And it is headed by the very experienced members in that. And definitely we'll achieve whatever the targets you have given. It is our endeavor to support skill development and employment generation locally and align industry with Government of Karnataka digital vision. Today's MoU is not just a ceremonial signing. Very importantly, I wish to say, today's MoU is not just a ceremonial signing. It is a commitment in action. It's FKC is a commitment in action. A commitment to ensure every district become a contributor to the Karnataka digital economy and not just a consumer. Pratyondu Jillenu kuda should be a contributor to the Karnataka digital economy. Just yesterday we had an article in Times of India, the contributions of the districts in the GDP of the Karnataka. So only top 10 districts adar ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, but ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ all the districts are lagging behind for the contribution where Bangalore is always heading. So this is what where we have to think about. And the 10 years down the line, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇವತ್ತಿನ 10 ವರ್ಷದ ಆಚೆ ನಾವು we should be able to achieve what we have been thought about. ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ 10 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So definitely, he being a Volvo car dealer, he wants to have Volvo car member dealership every district, every part of district, I believe. We are honored to have with us the visionary leaders who have played a pivotal role in shaping policy, industry and innovation. And definitely, KDEM has done a very great job for the several years. And thank you, madam, for giving us one of the best IT policies. One of the best IT policies, I can say. The policy, IT policies focuses more on the beyond Bangalore. IT policy focus more people who wants to establish their units beyond Bangalore. Sudhir will be taking, I think, the technical aspects in the next session. I want everybody to hear about that. I take this opportunity to thank KDEM for partnering with FKCCI and for their unwavering commitment for inclusive digital growth. Thank you, Sanjeev sir. Thanks for the confidence you had on us. I also thank our dear President, office bearers, committee members and FKC team for their great support in making this initiative possible. ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪಡ್ತೇನೆ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಐ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಷನ್. ನಾವು 4-5 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಕೋವಿಡ್ಗಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ದ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಹಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ನೌ ಇಟ್ ಹಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. And the quality of life, definitely we will agree in Mangalore, Mysore, what quality of life what they get. I remember, I think, when Pawan Ranga in his talk in Mysore, he used to refer, morning 9:30, before I come to office, I can choose whether I can go for a swim, I can go for a jog, or I can go for a tennis. At the Kukrali Karamel, ನಾನು walking ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಂತ. ಅದನ್ನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ choose ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. We can't choose that in Bangalore. Pawan Ranga was telling, every day after when I come home for lunch, spend time with family and get back. And every day evening I meet friends, go to one of the clubs. So this cannot happen in Bangalore. Bangalore, like we spend almost 1.5 hours traveling from one point to one point. Ascent Karnataka program, myself and Sanjeev sir and madam was there. Madam gave a very good presentation. I told Sanjeev sir, please wait sir, like for a few minutes. Sanjeev sir said, Kiran, you can reach Hassan from here from 2 hours. I need 2 hours to reach my office. It was in Sheraton. If I'm right sir, that is the word you said. Yes. Yes, my dear friends, this is the time. It's come to look beyond Bengaluru and take the tech companies beyond Bengaluru. So Bangalore ಕೂಡ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಆರ್ಥಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸದೃಢವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So let's all work together to ensure that every district of Karnataka emerges as a digital powerhouse, driving innovation, jobs and prosperity. Thank you very much, and I wish the MoU and the Tech Talk a great success. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kiran sir, for the energetic speech. Huge round of applause for Kiran sir. Now, to share his wisdom and guidance on this vital partnership, I request Dr. J.R. Bangera, Advisor, IT Growth and Innovation Committee and past President of FKCCI, to kindly step forward and deliver his advisor remarks.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good morning. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Respected Chief Guest Dr. N. Manjula IAS, Keynote Speaker Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, the CEO and the MD of the KDEM, our President, Visionary Leader Mrs. Suma Reddy, Senior Vice President T. Sairam Prasad, Vice President B.P. Shashidhar, Immediate Past President M.G. Balakrishna, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, all the past presidents, and also the members of the Managing Committee, and those who would like to share their knowledge, the speakers, today's speakers, and distinguished speakers. I would like to say that we can get some tips from them, their talk. They are all present here. I think I would like to salute them. And also the FKCCI members and the youngsters who have come here. Let's all today remember that the great man who started this FKCCI, Sir M.E. Vishwesvaraya. He was the man who gave the whatever the today's presence of the FKCCI is there, the technology, academics, finance, and even the academics beyond that, he has started that here in Bangalore, Mysore, and supported by Krishna Rajadeva Odair. And that is a great two people who started this, and today we remember it and then continue the legacy of these three great persons in FKCCI. Year back, when we started, I think we used to have that ITBT committee every year, but then year back, the immediate past president said, we would like to have the look beyond Bangalore, not only for IT, but also for the innovation. And we have a great leader today. I think I'm not praising her in presence of you, but I feel that, I have watched her, observed her, and followed her, and I to be together with her. That is the Uma Reddy. Uma Reddy is not only I have the experience of going to Japan, and she also had the experience of going to Japan for 1 month and for a study of MSMEs. And beyond, that particularly India, Africa, setting up the MSMEs, and also the Europe. I think there are a lot of things we work together, and that is where we learn things that, not only that, what we learn, whatever I manufacture, today we have one leader who got that electronics, and beyond electronics, she has got that one thing. And today we have the speaker, particularly the keynote speaker and the chief guest of the day, Manjula Madam. Dr. Manjula Madam started her career in Asan, and today she is heading such a great department, science, technology, IT, BT, then what not. I think this is beyond that, and we can really take forward. KDEM should be happy that we have a leader here. We should give her a great hand. Big hand, please, once again. It will not stop here signing an MoU. I am telling you, it will not stop here. We will go beyond. It is not that only the ITBT, we are also looking at innovation. Now, my specialized subject is innovation, entrepreneurship. And then we have the support from the ITBT. Then we will definitely help the MSMEs all over the state and see that innovate, upgrade technology, and come to the fore and internationalize. And that is what our Honorable Priyam's dream, to dominate the export market. That is where we have to do that. I think this is where not only ITBT, but also in other products. And that is where this particular committee, ITBT committee and innovation committee, will put together all the ideas, and then not only ITBT, and we have some friends sitting here from the the electronics industries and the software industries, developments, and then students, academicians, professors, all of them sitting here. I think the selected people have come invited. And that we will continue to this particular endeavor. Friends, I would like to once again request all of you that after signing up the MoU, and we would like to have the programs all over the state, particularly 4 places which we have marked. I think we discussed, we will announce it later. We don't want to announce that afterwards, people will come after us. We don't want to do that. Probably some of the places where the development has not taken place. Mangalore, Mysore, ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಮೈಸೂರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಮೈಸೂರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲು ಗಂಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 6 hours ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ರೋಡ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಾಗಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇದೇನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ದಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ಆಫ್ ಸೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ ದ MoU on KDEM, and we start the journey with the leadership of our president and the chairmanship of the HA Kiran, and we will go beyond Bangalore, and we will establish some 2, 3, 4 programs, very strong programs, so that it will instill the confidence of all the youngsters that they're studying there. Migrating to other countries, we have a largest number of engineers. I'm telling you, we have the largest number of, every district has number of engineering colleges, science, higher science colleges, MBS. But then we have to give them that. I think when I was talking to the Madam Manjula ji, she was telling that, at the grassroots level, the primary and high schools, people are not taught particularly the beyond Bangalore thing, or beyond Bangalore, beyond doing something beyond what they are doing. They only look for the next 2 things. One is the job, next is migration. There are 2 things, nothing beyond that. Everybody is looking for that, but today it is reversal. The developments are taking place in India, particularly Karnataka, everywhere. And not forget about what is happening today here, but then it is development taking place, roads, ports, airports, and then the technology centers developing. I think this is the where all over India is taking place, and then in Karnataka also, that we will make use of all the infrastructure developed, and then see that finance is not a problem. If I am telling you, finance is not a problem at all. Today, there are a number of schemes in MSMEs, particularly Aadhaar Udyog. Once you have it, Aadhaar, you have that, immediately you go to the bank, and if you have a good project, money is not a problem. If anybody says that they can't get the funds, please come to us. We will definitely try to help you. This is where the problem is, because people do not open up. With this, I would like to once again thank all of you for coming here and hearing all the great personalities who are going to talk. The first session and second session, signing up the MoU, and we will work together and make the grand success of the signing of the MoU with the KDEM. Give me a big hand to KDEM. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bangera sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to quickly welcome our distinguished panelist who has just joined us now, a founder of Hatti Kapi, Mr. Mahendra sir. A warm welcome to you, sir. We now arrive at the moment that formalizes the future, the signing and exchange of MoM between FKCCI and KDEM. Before we delve into the vision, I request the distinguished signatories to kindly step forward to commence the process. For the ceremonial exchange of MoU, I request our Honorable President Uma Reddy ma'am and Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, CEO of KDEM, to complete the exchange. This is the handshake that cements a future of prosperity and technological advancement for all of Karnataka. It is a promise to transcend boundaries, ensuring that the fruits of technology and innovation reach every corner of our state, truly transforming our districts into the digital powerhouses they are destined to be. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a resounding round of applause for this momentous collaboration. The FKCCI KDEM partnership is officially signed. Congratulations. Together, let's create a history. Thank you, KDEM, for joining hands with FKCCI. Thank you, dignitaries. I now call upon Mr. T. Sai Ram Prasad, Senior Vice President, FKCCI, to kindly introduce our esteemed keynote speaker, that's Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, CEO of KDEM.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇವತ್ತು ಸಂಜಯ್ ಗುಪ್ತಾ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಡೋದು ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಭಾಳ ಖುಷಿನೂ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸಂಜೀವ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಗುಪ್ತಾ ಅವರು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಅರ್ಥವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಿಷನ್ KDEMನ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಾಹಕರು. KDEM ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಉಪಕ್ರಮವಾಗಿದ್ದು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಅರ್ಥವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ವೇಗಗೊಳಿಸುವ ಉದ್ದೇಶದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಅವರ ನಾಯಕತ್ವದಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಯವರ $1 ಟ್ರಿಲಿಯನ್ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಅರ್ಥವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯ ಎಂಬ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ನೀಡುವಂತೆ KDEM ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. 27 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ವೈವಿಧ್ಯಮಯ ಅನುಭವ ಹೊಂದಿರುವ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುಪ್ತಾರವರು ಆಡಳಿತ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು, ಉದ್ಯಮಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದು ಉದ್ಯಮ ನಾಯಕತ್ವ, ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶಕ ಹಾಗೂ ಭಾರತದ IT ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಸಹಾಯಕವಾಗಿ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಕೆಪಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಗಳು, ITES, ನವೋದ್ಯಮ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್, ESDM ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಹೊರಗಿನ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿಭಾ ವೇಗವರ್ಧನೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತಂತ್ರಾತ್ಮ ಉಪಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಮುನ್ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವೃತ್ತಿಜೀವನದ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸೆಂಚರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಜಿ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಾಪಕ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಾಗಿಯೂ, ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸಾಫ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿಯೂ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದು IBMನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾಯಕತ್ವದ ಹುದ್ದೆಯನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಭಾರತ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬೆಂಬಲದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸ್ಥಾಪಿತವಾದ ಲಹರಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ESDM ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಜಿ CEO ಮತ್ತು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಾಪಕ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸಂಖ್ಯಾ ಸೇವಾ ISS 1998 ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಥಮ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಪಡೆದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ ಸಚಿವಾಲಯ ಮತ್ತು ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಹಾಗೂ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಸಚಿವಾಲಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಹುದ್ದೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. NRHM, RCH, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್, NHSRC ಸೇರಿದಂತೆ ಹಲವು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ, ಸೈಬರ್ ಸುರಕ್ಷತೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಮಹತ್ವ ಪಾತ್ರ ವಹಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಪತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ MBA, MPhil ಪದವಿಗಳು, ಲೀನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬೆಲ್ಟ್, ಅನೇಕ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಗೌರವಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಮೆರಿಕದ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಿಂದ ಗೌರವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗುಪ್ತಾ ಅವರವರು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಹಾಗೂ ಖಾಸಗಿ ವಲಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವು ಮಂಡಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಲಹಾ ಸಮಿತಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಗಳ ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಗಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಂಥ ವಿಶಿಷ್ಟ ಅನುಭವ ಮತ್ತು ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನ ಹೊಂದಿರುವ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಂಜಯ್ ಗುಪ್ತಾರವರನ್ನು ಇಂದು ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸಿದೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
माफ़ कीजिएगा अगर मैं थोड़ा सा कन्नड़ा में नहीं बोल पाऊँ तो, बट ये लोग नमस्कार. Thank you so much for a great event today of historical one where FKCCI and KDEM is signed in MoU. First of all, I'm so blessed to have two women leaders with me today, right? Uma Reddy ji and Dr. Manjula ji. I think this MoU was waiting for two women leaders to be there, then only we can sign, because I've been with FKCCI for a long number of years and asking them, let's partner. The day was waiting for this particular purpose. But thank you so much, and respected Senior Vice President, IT Committee Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. After signing up MoU, I can say friends. Now you're part of a family, right? So let me use this word as a friend. Well, if you see FKCCI, whatever I have read so far, understood, you have 5,000 direct members and around 2 lakh indirect members. Roughly 50,000 crores Annually, you contribute to the state GDP from your members. A very, very important numbers. But when you see this 50,000 crores, I see a bias towards Bangalore and little bit not fair deal for the other cities and other districts. Almost 40% of the state GDP comes from the Bangalore, 39, 40%. And then the 60% is distributed with 1% to 2% to 3%, max to max 5%. Roughly, the somewhere range around this is varying from different districts. I would say that MSME plays a very important role, where you have almost like 7.38 lakh MSMEs here, giving employment of around 68.72 lakh people in the state. Sir, hats off to you. Many, many hats off to you. Because of you, this economy is live. Otherwise, this economy would have not. This enterprises word is so seen to be a glamorous word, but actually you are the heart and soul of the economy, which is an MSME. So I was waiting for this moment of FKCCI to come. But friends, this number of 40% and 60% and distributed across the districts, the 68.72 lakh people can go to more than a crores plus in coming years. How it can happen, where this district level employment opportunities and district level economic opportunities can be encashed. I was thinking around it. And then I tried to put together what Government of Karnataka is doing. Well, Government of Karnataka started the Beyond Bangalore as an initiative almost 4 years back, but professionally almost 3.5 years back. Around first quarter of the 2022, when Government of Karnataka laid down this and set up this Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. I really thank the vision of the Government of Karnataka to put together this agency who can drive professionally, work with the industry, collaborate with them, be a strong partner, and enhance the capability of the digital economy of the state and attract more investments. One is the Beyond Bangalore mission. And in this field, just to let you know, in last 3.5 years, we have created a very different type of stuff. We sell our product called Mysore. We sell our product called Mangalore. We sell our product called Hubli, Belgaum, Dharwad, Kalburgi, Tumkur, and Shimoga. We sell. What do you mean sell? Selling is a product. You all know from business. Until it's your product, you can't sell. So we put together a thesis around our clusters to sell the product to 3%. The CEOs, the CTOs, and CFOs. And if these three are not convinced, the product is not sellable. So we need to figure it out, our policy recommendations, which favors the CFOs, our tech capabilities, which favors the CTOs, and overall P&L and the businesses to the CEO. And if these are matching, then I think we are able to make a win-win situation for the customer and the government. And this we did. We made this happen. We got 126 companies set up their operations in these 3-4 clusters in last 3.5 years, creating more than 5,000 plus jobs in these locations. This is just a starting point. Today, Mangalore hosts, people like Gurudev Dutt is there, hosting us 10 GCCs in Mangalore. 10 GCCs in Mangalore, never heard so far. More than 10 actually, just the top 10 is there. Right? In Mysore, we have more than 7 or 8 GCC which are operational right now, and 2 are actually in pipeline to look at for us. Beyond Bangalore is the one mission of the Government of Karnataka. The second is the skills part of it, where the Department of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship designs certain initiatives on skill. And the third is the LEAP program, which is recently started by the Government of Karnataka. Our Honorable Minister, Shri Khargeji, is very, very excited about Local Economy Accelerator Program. These three, Local Economy Accelerator Program is a very visionary program of a 1,000 crores program, where what objectives I'll tell you, and the skill under which the Mr. Priyank Khargeji, Honorable Ministers, talk about over 300 crores budget for the Nipuna program under his leadership. We have these three, Beyond Bangalore, Skill, and the LEAP. Imagine if we pick up these 3 threads and then try to match with the FKCCI, right? What is happening around? Today, if the MSME industry needs to move, and the advisor sir was talking about, or saying the innovation becomes an important element, the LEAP program is aimed for how do you create an innovation-led growth in the MSME industry? How do we do this? For example, if every district has increased their GDP contribution by 0.5% to 1%, with a question mark is how? Through innovation, then imagine the 60% of the contribution, 1% increasing up, the fair deal will come across by the districts as well as with the Bangalore in comparison. Now, this is the idea where we are trying to push together. the Local Economy Accelerator Program. Under Nipuna program, the corporates can pick up their demands, their course and content and curriculum, their partners of the training, and not necessary in the qualification framework of NSDCs or something of that sort, nothing requirement. Corporates say, we believe, and thus, if it is so, we just honor with the 40% of the cost for that, and we partner with that. The ready-made skills can be made available based on what corporate needs, not what the supply side is. And that's the one the skill program does. What I'm trying to make sure is that FKCCI can do what? And my humble request to Uma Madam and her leadership and the team is, can FKCCI look at MSME and innovation plus mentorship program? And just to let you know, Madam, I was talking to the CEO of the Vadhwani Foundation. Vadhwani Foundation is the global foundation with $4 billion invested by one gentleman alone on his own wealth. They don't raise any funds, right? Mr. Ramesh Vadhwani. And he is $4 billion only given for the Vadhwani Foundation. They are working only for MSME industry and innovation. So yesterday when I was talking to him in the morning, for Madam, we had a 1 hour, 1.5 hour discussion with them, and I requested them to have a workshop with us. They have an amazing architecture of how they're helping the MSME industry through innovation program. And it just fits in with our own initiative of LEAP as well. So we will be organizing a workshop half a day shortly to synchronize with them and take this initiative. But my humble request is, under the LEAP, if the MSME industry from your side, leadership come up, you have, let's say, 5,000 members. First, direct one. If these 5,000 members comes up with one problem each, I have 5,000 innovations to come and buy and serve you. And we can filter it out, madam. So, madam, इसमें हम लोग मिशन पे काम कर रहे हैं. हमें चाहिए FKCCI मिशन में काम करें. So then we will work fast on this. We don't require any documentations to share, right? Or any specific events to make it happen. We just walk. We just go in and reach to the industry and say, tell me your problem statement. If we not 5,000, if we get even 100 or 500, we're fairly good to start a program. So, thank you, ma'am. So that's one area where we need to work with you. Second is, ma'am, the Beyond Bangalore, where we are working on is, and madam was just talking about, Manjulalji madam was talking about is, we have these areas, land parcels. We also have a constructed areas where we can have those plug-and-play facility for the IT and tech services, but also a flatted factory concept. So where we have one floor, which is used for, let's say, one component, second floor for second component, etc. And then MSME industry faces a problem about is some of the important tools and technology which is required for manufacturing be very costly. So what madams and our minister's leadership is saying, let's design the plug-and-play facility for the manufacturing, also the common instrument facility, which is required for that particular domain. So if we get with you, let's divide these 5,000 into different segments, irrespective whether they are in which form of manufacturing, that doesn't matter, madam. We can figure it out, the tech play into the segment, because we are serving tech in energy, tech in aerospace, tech in healthcare, we are serving tech everywhere. So we can bring this tech enablement with a flatted factory concept. And I would like to have a very serious discussion. Even 5 members join us, member for discussion, I'm still spend my 5 hours for it. But ma'am, we'll do it a very constructive discussion on that. And if they like it, they are willing to do that, then I'm going to take them to my Kalburgi region, to Shimonga region, to Tumkur regions, and show them this is what exactly available is. And we'll pick up the common instruments which is required for that facility to make it happen. I have my green signal from my bosses. Madam is sitting here only, but I have a green signal from bosses. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out how to do this exercise. You go and just make it happen. Thank you, madam. We need this. We need these discussions going on for taking these industries to them. Even they expend some small, small element of that. One step forward will take 10 steps leap in terms of the other acceleration process. Ma'am, the third is the skill one, where my humble request is that if these 5,000 people, members of yours, one woman requirement demand, one woman, 5,000 women workforce requirement will come up front. Whatever they want sales, they want operations, they want technical, non-technical, doesn't matter. Bring that demand up, okay? We will work together under the programs of Nipuna and Plus Plus, there are many other programs as well, and we'll figure it out to serve you of these 5,000 women by, let's say, next 6 months period of time. So by July, madam, if we can start working today, will be able to deliver through FKCCI platform 5,000 women workforce in your 5,000 members. Easily, ma'am. Very easily can be done. But if we scale this up a little bit more, ma'am, we are 100% confident that we can serve you much, much better. I was looking forward for this opportunity to express my heart in terms of how much I want the partnership of FKCCI to deliver this, not only through you, madam, but also the entire members which are sitting here and the larger audience which is maybe hearing it later, that this is needed at this point of time. Apart from the women workforce, any workforce which is required from a scale perspective of operations, sales, marketing, finance, we will be able to deliver that resources from the programs. And we are bearing this cost, right? And we have a database of more than 200,000 youth which are looking forward for the programs of employment opportunities. So we have the database, we have the skills for us to implement that program, but the demand can come from your side and we can make it happen. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, the other element which I want to address with you is in AI. AI is not I know you all have heard about an AI, but let me tell you very frankly, this technology is gonna shape every product that you're gonna design today and tomorrow. And if we do not embrace AI today, it's gonna be a failure for the economic element to grow further. We need to embrace. In fact, there's a survey which was done, and the MSME industries only. And the survey results came out like this. 94% of the MSME says that AI is a growth potential for their business. That means they agree. Number two, 65% of the says that we don't have tools to make it happen on AI inside it. And out of which, 59% says, sorry, I don't have fund to use or to put on an AI. Now, I think there's a call for here. And I take an example of a larger enterprise, Wipro. What they did, from a board member to every employee of the organization is being trained on basic understanding of AI. First of all, everyone, individual, basic course program is compulsory for everybody to, including the board members of the Wipro. Can oath be taken up by the FKCCI and its members that, hey, we will start a program for making you understand a basic understanding of AI first, to all your employees and your at least management team, to understand what AI means is and what it does. In fact, if that can be initiated, we will find multiple AI projects coming out from MSME. Madam, under Manjula Madam's leadership, in fact, she has a meeting right now after this with the Center of Excellence on AI only. And where Center of Excellence on AI is to enhance the productivity of AI going to the market, AI to connecting with the industries, etc. So if you come out, MSME industry comes out that I want to leverage AI in this field after understanding of what basic AI means, ma'am, we have Center of Excellence, we have various people around us who will be working towards this MSME industry to execute this part of it. We have means to connect this line of thread along with us in the programmatic approach. So can we have a very straightforward from IT committee and from your leadership, AI is a basic feature of MSME industry to understand. Yes, and let's play this role together, madam. Right? Madam, the advantages what we have just seen is that 15, almost like, if I say 15 hours per week is saved by using AI in operations. And then what you call as the growth potential of the demand forecasting can be increased by 25% using AI. And 50% your time is saved, you can utilize for much better operations. Your 25% growth potential demand is coming in place because of AI. Your P&L looks very, very beautiful. So how do we use these data points and statistics while leveraging the basic AI and then moving it forward? Ma'am, your target of 1 million entrepreneurs, rupees 2 lakh each under your program, unlocking, leading to roughly 20,000 crores to the district economy. I am thrilled. How do we make it happen now? Ma'am, this is where we need to work upon. This is your vision. I'm using your statement, quote unquote, to you, that this is what you said. Right? And if that's the case, then we should do this exercise together. Last but not the least, I was so amazed to look at the numbers. 5,000 members, forget about 2 lakh. If 25 lakh of rupees per member says that I'm contributing to the fund called as FKCCI fund. Just listen to me, ma'am. 25 lakh rupees for FKCCI fund to be invested in the startups who is working with the MSME industry to grow them. Okay? You are creating a 1,250 crore fund day one. Just 25 lakh rupees per member. A commitment that to not signing a check. A commitment that you are giving 25 lakh rupees for a fund which can be disbursed in 3 years period of time. So that means you will withdraw only 5 lakh or 10 lakhs per annum. Not more than this. In that case, you are creating a 1,250 crores fund for your MSME industry by innovation and technology that can be delivered. Madam, I can go on with some of the thought process because I lived this. What I wanted you is this partnership of MoU is not documentation. Even if you're not signed an MoU also, I wanted this level of relationship where we can go forward. So for me, the MoU is definitely a document to be respected. But now, as Madam was saying, action starts. We need to move on to this action plan with us. And happy to collaborate with you. Last submission from my side is, Madam, please play active role in the BTS 2026. FKCCI has been missing in a very active role. We want some great active roles to come out from FKCCI in tech, in MSME under the BTS 2026. Madam, I took, without a permission, I requested them to play a role there. But please do that. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts. Many, many congratulations to all of us. Look forward to deliver more. Thank you so much.
It was a wonderful keynote address. Lot of KPIs. We have to deliver on these KPIs. I start with just 3 of them, which I felt are very important. Sir, about your problem statement, I thought that was a wonderful idea. All that we need to do is just send out a Google form, a Google link with one problem statement to all our MSMEs, just not our 5,000 MSMEs who are there as our direct members, but each of the district chambers have another 500 to 2,000 members. And if each of them send it out, we're definitely going to get at least one. I mean, even if we just get one problem statement, there is a huge number of problem statements that can be given to all these students who can look at innovation. Not only there, but our own Manthan program. We run a Manthan program, a business plan presentation competition among graduate and postgraduate students. And I'm sure that can also be used there. So that was a very wonderful idea. Thank you so very much. Your second one about flatted factories, I felt that was definitely something which we all need to work for, especially in Bengaluru, where space has become a major problem. This is something that we could discuss with Madam and with KIEDB. And especially in the electronic sector where I come from, we really don't need large spaces of machinery. We really need vertical flatted factories. That's an excellent idea. Sir, your third one where you talked about each company taking one woman or even a student. I'm not going to be biased wearing the hat of a woman, but looking at it, I think that was a wonderful idea, and that is something which we'd like to discuss, because just yesterday we were talking about how the unemployment levels in the country are going up, especially in the engineering space. We do get a large number of engineers. I think that it has to be a mechanism in which we can work out, probably a portal in which we can start absorbing, and definitely an area of interest. Last but definitely not the least is your thought on Center of Excellence. And I'm glad to inform you that in Dobbaspet, FKCCI has a land. We have decided to go ahead with our construction of a Center of Excellence there. We are in, the DPR is more or less done, and we are ready to start. And that is somewhere we look forward to joining hands with the Department of ITBT, with ma'am, to see how we can do, because it's probably in a year, 2 years, the way technology is changing, I'm not so sure whether it will be AI or quantum or what else it would be, but an area that we should all work together and provide a space for skilling and reskilling for many more, just not skilling but reskilling for many more. So look forward to your partnership in this and many more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, President, for the quick response for the keynote speaker. Thank you once again, Mr. Sanjeev Gupta sir, for truly amazing and energetic speech, perfectly setting the tone for his collaboration. Huge round of applause for Sanjeev Gupta sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Tech Talk panel discussion. This session is crucial for every participant here today. So it's a kind request everyone to please stay back after this inaugural session to participate in the very, very important panel discussion. You'll be with us, right? Yes, lovely. We now move to the pinnacle of our distinguished addresses to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Manjula. Let's welcome our co-chairman of IT Growth and Innovation Committee of FKCCI, Mr. K.K. Bopanna.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor and privilege to introduce our chief guest of today's event, Dr. N. Manjula, IAS, a distinguished officer of the Indian Administrative Service and a visionary leader who has made significant contributions to governance, infrastructure, and technology-driven development in Karnataka. Dr. N. Manjula, IAS, is a 2002 batch IAS officer of Karnataka cadre and a Bangalorean. Currently, Dr. Manjula IAS serves as the Secretary to the Government Department of Electronics, Information Technology, Biotechnology, Science and Technology, Government of Karnataka. In this pivotal role, she is spearheading Karnataka's technology, innovation and digital transformation initiatives, reinforcing the state's position as a global technology and innovation hub. In addition to her current responsibilities, Dr. Manjula IAS has been holding the additional charge of Managing Director, K-Ride, since November 2023, where she is overseeing the prestigious Bangalore Suburban Railway Project, a transformative infrastructure initiative aimed at redefining urban mobility in Bangalore metropolitan region. Her illustrious career spans several critical leadership roles. She has made history in 2019 by becoming the first woman commissioner of Bangalore Development Authority. She has also served as Director, Department of Tourism, Director of Municipal Administration, and as Secretary to the Government Kannada and Culture Department, contributing significantly to the urban governance, cultural promotion, and institutional reforms. At district level, Dr. Manjula has served with distinction as the Deputy Commissioner of Chikballapur and as Chief Executive Officer of Jilla Panchayat Mysuru, where she was widely appreciated for her grassroots governance and development initiatives. A dynamic administrator, an inspiring leader, and a strong advocate of innovation-driven governance, Dr. N. Manjula's journey exemplifies excellence, commitment, and transformative leadership. We are deeply honored by her presence today and are confident that her insights will greatly enrich this event. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Manjula IAS. Thank you.
Ellargu namaskara. Good morning. I think it's almost now, it's noon now. Anyway, today is, I think, probably a very historic day. Yake antandre, I think this hall itself is a historic, this place itself is historic because it was a vision of Sir M. Vishweshwaraya about 110 years ago, that he envisioned that a platform or a forum like this has to be created to encourage industries to come together and then resonate, echo their voices collectively, and also eventually help the growth of this whole industry ecosystem. That was his vision that day. So probably a very landmark event also being performed here today, MoU signing between FKCCI, the institution which has a legacy of more than 10 years, and also echoes the voice of more than 4,000 industry enterprises in the state, and more than 2 lakh, I'm told, indirectly through this forum. So that, and the government of Karnataka's arm, which is Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. Today, partnering on this in this forum is indeed a great moment, and also a proud moment for all of us to have been a part of this today. Congratulations to FKCCI and KDEM, and I also take the advantage of heading the government of Karnataka here, and it's a good thing. So first of all, Ms. Uma Reddy, who is the president of FKCCI and who made a wonderful beginning welcome speech today, and Mr. Shashidhar, who is the Vice President of FKCCI, and Mr. Sairam Prasad, who is the Senior Vice President FKCCI, and of course our KDEM CEO, Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, and Mr. Kiran, who spoke very well on the innovation, who's the chairman of the IT Growth and Innovation Committee of FKCCI, and of course, Dr. Bangera, who's the advisor and also spoke very well on the IT Growth and Innovation, who heads the IT Growth and Innovation Committee, and he's also been the past president of FKCCI. I hope I haven't left anybody on the dais. And of course, Mr. MG, sorry about that, Mr. MG Balkrishna, who is the immediate past president of FKCCI, and all the honorable past presidents and the delegates of FKCCI, and also the all the industry delegates who are here, and also the tech speakers who are going to speak eventually in this forum today. It's a matter of proud privilege, like for me to be addressing you all here. Like you know, Karnataka is a pioneer in IT and allied industries and sectors. You know that Karnataka is also one of the states promoting to the largest IT exports in the country. We account for about 40% of the IT exports of the country, more than 4 lakh, that is 4.11 lakh crore precisely in the last year. So we have established ourselves as a pioneer state in the country, as a leader in innovation and technology also. I mean, all this is not possible because we've just done it overnight, but then all of your contribution is there in this. Karnataka has always had a sustained policy support to encourage the industry. Likewise, we also have built a lot of institutions which have supported this initiative of Karnataka, and more than anything else, you who form the industry base, who have been the pillar of strength for Karnataka to grow and what we are here today. Apart from all this, though, government has made a lot of headways and a lot of initiatives, a lot of policy support. In spite of this, we do need participation, active participation of the stakeholders themselves. So today, FKCCI, I think with the backing of more than 4,000 industry leaders and also more than 2.5 lakh people who directly or indirectly engaged in the industry sector, today partnering with us is a great achievement, because you not only represent Bangalore, you have various district chapters, and I hear a lot of district presidents and the representatives from the district chapters are here. So this forms a big advantage for us to work closely with you. And KDEM, which is like the strategic arm. I think Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, while he spoke about KDEM, the idea behind how KDEM came into existence, because government can't be everywhere, government can't get the industry connect directly, government can't network so easily, because we are also pressed for time, resource and other things, and therefore this strategic wing which we have created as the Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, and that being spearheaded by Sanjeev Gupta, and of course the chairman is Mr. B.V. Naidu, who is not here today, but yes, under their leadership. Oh yeah, that's okay. So under their leadership, this wonderful collaborative governance is being, foundation is laid for this kind of collaborative governance, which is a very good thing. This kind of partnerships help us to take forward the initiative which is envisioned by the government, at the same time echoing the needs of the industry or reflecting on what is the industry need and then acting upon it. So that kind of a collaborative governance is facilitated by this partnership. I hope this structured partnership will further help investment facilitation, startup, basically the startup and MSME enablement, identification and development of talent, promotion of innovation, and finally industry outreach. That is what we aim through this kind of structured partnership. And with this, Karnataka will be able to be a state which remains agile, responsive and future ready in this globally competitive environment that we are all facing today. Another key initiative is beyond Bangalore, like it has already been highlighted by various speakers before me. Karnataka government definitely feels that we need a lot of potential, lot of talent, lot of industry growth potential exists in the regions beyond Bangalore. Hence, our IT policy also focuses on beyond Bangalore, though we have structured it as about 6 clusters, but that doesn't mean other districts are not to be brought into the forefront. The 6 clusters will kind of drive, taking into account the other neighborhood districts also. That is the idea. And therefore, this, as we already kind of know that the district chamber network of FKCCI and our cluster partnership, which we have, the customer-based model, which we already have developed through KDEM, will likely partner in this collaboration, will partner to help and unlock local entrepreneurship, drive MSME digitization, which you just spoke. There are a lot of AI possibilities which we can look at, and also eventually attract investment, and also develop this regional technological ecosystems, in the different parts of the state. Another thing is also the skilling, which is another foundation of all the initiatives which we are embarking upon. So we all know that with the emerging technologies, skilling also has to be on par with that. So this partnership will also likely collaborate on skilling, identifying the skill available, upskilling wherever it is necessary, and also industry-specific skilling wherever it is necessary is also something which the partnership will work on. Like many of you know, Nipuna is one particular program which Karnataka government has already launched, where we are offering the industry to identify their industry skill partners who can probably upskill the existing employees, or even identify new employees who can be skilled for your readiness, the particular industry readiness. So that, and a substantial portion of it is burden is taken by the government, and the rest by the industry. It's like a 40-60 partnership. 40% is funded by the state, and the industry training, the skill training partners, or the partners who will offer the skilling, can be identified by the industry specifically. There are no much regulatory controls over that. That is one of the initiative. So there is much scope. This is just a beginning we have made. I mean, this collaboration can work in various other means possible. I'm sure the industry will have specific ideas or better ideas to kind of help us to embark on this skilling also. And another initiative which the state government has already taken up, that is the local economic accelerator program, and I think which Mr. Sanjeev also spoke about this. So the startups, because the startups were there, we are known as a startup capital. We have more than 18,000 startups working in Karnataka, and about 13,000 are in Bangalore. But there are about 5,000 to 6,000 startups also functioning in different parts of the state. Apart from all that, to encourage the startups further, to help them mature, to become commercially viable. So that was an initiative under which this LEAP program was launched. That was the idea behind the LEAP program. So this LEAP also can be leveraged for this, for further, strengthening this partnership. So then we can, through LEAP, we can have mentoring, market access, opportunities in government, industry, wherever the customers' opportunities are there for the startup, the commercialization is possible, and various other initiatives or ideas also can be channelized through the LEAP program, which Karnataka government has already launched. Apart from this, like you all know, we have various policies covering most of the sectors in this regard, like what we are handling, like electronics. We have the electronics and the IT policy, the startup policy, the GCC policy, and the most recent, the space tech policy. So there are a lot of policies there, and a lot of rigor and consultation goes on while framing these policies. I'm sure a lot of the association and industry bodies like you were consulted, but in spite of all that, while implementation, we do find a lot of requirements, a lot of changes, or a lot of tweaking to be made. So this collaboration will probably also help us to see what are the changes which require to be made. So the policies are very practical and very industry ready or industry favorable. So that is another area which we can all partner upon. Without much, I'll not take much of your time now. With these words, I would like to say that I think we have embarked on a very great initiative, a great partnership. We'll see how we can further develop this, and we are always, the government, open to a lot of ideas. Whatever is the feedback that comes from industry, definitely we'll act on that. And our minister spearheading this department, Mr. Priyank Kharge, you all know how accessible and how approachable he has been, and he's always with an open mind to listen to various ideas which comes from various quarters of this ecosystem. So with this, I would like to convey a hearty congratulations to all of you. May this partnership grow and further be a model partnership for the years to come, and maybe 100 years down the line. You can also see that this was a wonderful partnership which started that day, and the state which was this place has able to achieve that greater heights. Somebody will down the line will talk about us also in that manner. So I hope that at the government, at our department, we'll continue to foster all these initiatives to strengthen Karnataka's digital economy, promote inclusive growth, and reinforce the state's position as a global technology and innovation hub. With these words, I end my talk here. Thank you all for the patient listening, and also wish you all a very wonderful and a great new year ahead in advance. Thank you.
For your beautiful address. It was just not a speech, it was a clear roadmap and an inspiration. Huge round of applause for Dr. Manjula Ma'am. I'll now request our Vice President BP Shashidhar sir to please give the vote of thanks, but it is just the vote of thanks for the inaugural session. The very, very important panel discussion starts right after this without a break. Kindly join with us.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good afternoon to all of you. Respected Chief Guest Dr. Manjula, IAS Secretary to Government, Department of Electronics, IT, BT and SNT, Government of Karnataka. Eminent keynote speaker, Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, CEO, Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. Respected Madam Uma Reddy, President FKCCI, our Senior Vice President T. Sairam Prasad, Shri M.G. Balkrishna, Immediate Past President, Dr. J.R. Bangera, Advisor, IT Growth and Innovation Committee and Past President of FKCCI, Shri H.A. Kiran, Chairman, IT Growth and Innovation Committee, FKCCI. Esteemed past presidents, members of the Managing Committee, representative from industry, academia, startups, MSMEs, members of the FKCCI, media friends, ladies and gentlemen. And also I have seen people from various districts, whether Shimoga, Hubli and Bidar. So many people, delegates have come from various districts. I also thanks to them. On behalf of FKCCI, it's my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks. We are deeply honored by the gracious presence of Dr. Manjula IAS, whose visionary leadership and unwavering commitment towards strengthening Karnataka electronics, IT/BT and science and technology ecosystem have been instrumental in driving inclusive and region-balanced growth. We sincerely thank you, Madam, for sparing your valuable time and for inspiring us with your guidance and support. Our sincere gratitude to Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, CEO, KDEM, for his insightful keynote address and for being a strong catalyst in Karnataka's journey of transforming district into digital powerhouses. The MoU signing between FKCCI and KDEM marks a significant milestone and reinforces our shared commitment to accelerate digital adoption, innovation, and entrepreneurship across the state. We placed on record our heartfelt thanks to our President, Ms. Uma Reddy, for her inspiring leadership and constant encouragement in fostering meaningful collaboration that benefit industry, MSME, startups, and youth. And also our thanks to H.A. Kiran, Chairperson of this committee, IT Growth and Innovation Committee, and also committee members of their guidance and support in organizing this impactful program. Of course, FKCs have taken initiatives in so many, whether it's MSME or trade or APMC, even ITs. But the new idea what Mr. Kiran started when Balkrishna, immediate past was the president, just last year, that beyond Bangalore, even our ಬೇರೆ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗೂ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ ಕಿರಣ್ ಅವರು ತಗೊಂಡೋದಂಥ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರು ತುಂಬ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಮಿಟಿಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. We also thank the Karnataka Digital Economy Mission for being our strategic partner, the speakers, participants, media, and the FKCCI Secretariat team for their seamless coordination and dedicated efforts. Last but not the least, we thank all the members and delegates whose enthusiastic participation made this tech park truly meaningful. We sincerely thank.
We are moving immediately into our very important Tech Talk panel discussion. I sincerely encourage all our respected dignitaries and chief guests to kindly remain seated in front of the stage. Your presence and continued engagement will greatly enrich the discussion that follows. I kindly request Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We are yet to start the very important session right now, the panel discussion Tech Talk. I request H.A. Kiran sir, who will be the moderator, Chairman, IT Growth and Innovation Committee FKCCI, to please remain and please be on stage itself. Copy founder Mahendra sir, let's welcome him to the stage with a huge round of applause. ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಬರಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Mahendra sir on stage, please. Along with the Vertex Managed Workshops Managing Partner, Gurudat Shenoy sir, a warm welcome to you to Tech Talk panel discussion as a panelist. Our ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mahendra sir. Let's welcome Gurudat Shenoy, Managing Partner of Vertex Managed Workshop. Vinay Prabhakar, Sales and Alliance Leader, Deloitte South Asia. Vinay Prabhakar sir, a very warm welcome to you for Tech Talk panel discussion. Let's welcome Cluster Head of KDEM, Mysore Cluster, Sudhir Shankar to stage, please. A warm welcome to Sanjeev Keskar, Chief Executive Officer at Arvind Consultancy. Once again, I welcome our beloved moderator, H.A. Kiran, and ask him to please take over and please take your seats. A small brief about all the panelists here. Firstly, I request all the panelists and the chair to please take their seats. We are starting a very important panel discussion, Tech Talk. Right now, with chair's permission, we are starting this Tech Talk panel discussion. US Mahindra, Hattikapi founder, will be the panelist. It's my distinct privilege to introduce a visionary entrepreneur who has redefined the way India experiences its most beloved beverage, filter coffee. As a first-generation entrepreneur from Hassan, Karnataka, Chappale Barli, whose journey is a true testament to passion and purpose. Leaving college at a young age, he chose to follow his conviction and enter the world of coffee trading, later reviving a small roasting unit, a decision that would eventually give birth to one of the India's most loved coffee brands. Congratulations, sir. We are very proud of you, Mr. US Mahindra. Our next panelist is Gurudatta Shenoy. Is a distinguished leader in the real estate and commercial workspace sector, bringing over a decade of hands-on industry experience. He holds a Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering and combines strong technical expertise with strategic business leadership. He is a co-founder and managing partner of Mukund Realty, established in 2012. Alongside partners Mahesh Shetty and Mangaldeep, under his leadership, the firm has delivered several landmark projects including Kedar High Living Luxury Homes, Mukund Sadan, Ajanta Business Center and Ashoka Business Center, strengthening its presence across both residential and commercial real estate segments. A very warm welcome to Gurudat Shenoy, Jorada Chapale. Vinay Prabhakar, partner and leader, Sales Alliances and Pursuit Excellence, Deloitte South Asia. As a partner and Sales Alliance, he is the responsible for defining and driving sales and GTM for Deloitte South Asia, and also leads relationship with ecosystem and alliance partners. Prior to this, Vinay managed the Oracle and emerging ERP P&L for India, where he led large ERP transformation for marquee clients in India. Huge round of applause. A warm welcome to you for Vinay Prabhakar sir. Sudhir KS is a dynamic professional strategist and thought leader recognized for his multifaceted contributions to Mysuru's digital economy, cyber security and wildlife conservation with an ever curious mindset, and a reputation as a go-to person for new ideas. He believes in leading from the front and demonstrating the sustained efforts and strategic thinking can achieve the impossible. Sudhir sir, a very warm welcome to you as well. ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳಿಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಲ್ಮೆಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನ ಕೋರೋಣ ಸುಧೀರ್ ಅವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ. Okay. Last but not least, we have Sanjeev Keskar, Chief Executive Officer at Arvind Consultancy. After his successful stint for almost 35 years in corporate world, my goodness, out of which about 29 years in semiconductor industry, Keskar incorporated Arvind Consultancy, an advisor firm in the field of developing high value added ecosystem for semiconductor and electronics industry in India in November 2020. Prior to this, Keskar sir was managing director India at Arrow Electronics for India, a leading electronic component global distribution company. Earlier, he was the MD sales at PMC Sira for 5.5 years. Huge round of applause. A warm welcome to you, sir. I request our chair, moderator, H.A. Kiran, sir, to please take over. Sir.
Thank you, Divya. It was an amazing introduction for speakers. Once again, a warm welcome to Sudhir, Mahendra, and Keskar sir, and Vinay, and we have very good friend Gurudat Chennai. Okay, Atmiyare, the speciality of this panel is okay. Most of them are from districts. So when we say like districts to digital powerhouse, okay, today we are embarking on a discussion how we can take the district to digital powerhouse. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Yes. So now on to Hatti Coffee, the CEO, the founder Mahendra sir. Basically from Hassan, and we are born and brought up in the same area, I can say, Kerpuram of Hassan. And your journey of building this brand, Hatti Coffee, a world-renowned brand. Everybody thinks about Hatti Coffee. When you travel back to India, when you travel and enter the Bangalore International Airport, after drinking Starbucks coffee and barista, ಬಂದ ಇಳಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನೀವು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದು ಒಂದು ಹಟ್ಟಿ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಖುಷಿನೇ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ಎಸ್, ಆನ್ ಟು ಹಟ್ಟಿ ಕಾಫಿ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಕಾಫಿ.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತು. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕಾಫಿ ಭಾಳ ವೈಶಿಷ್ಟ್ಯತೆ ಹೊಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಕಾಫಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಕಿರಣ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ FKCCI. Kiran is just not chairman to me, he's also my dear friend, neighbor. We grew up together. She always had a love on me as well as my brand Hatti Coffee. I'm one of the representative. I'm representing Hatti Coffee. I give for all the kind words, for all the love we have on brand Hatti Coffee, I give full credit to my team Hatti Coffee. So they are the one who make your journey beautiful. Your coffee, you always come for that right cup of coffee with a great expectation. It's always these boys work hard to, keep that, hopes alive. So always never fail to give them this credit to them. So I'm usually called to speak on coffee. I mean, today is very different to me speak on tech, but I am going to tell you how tech is going to be disruptive. And the eminent speakers spoke about the tech. Tech is just not the future, it's going to be ever for all the industries. And we are also deeply evolving in the tech. See how tech and coffee can marry. Okay, that's the word I'm going to use that. Coffee is going to be, first of all, coffee is very interesting. I'm asked to serve coffee without, serving coffee, ask me where is the coffee, right? So, tech, few words to start with, then I pass on to my eminent distinguished panelist here. Coffee, the recently concluded BTS, Bangalore Tech Summit, when I asked for the space in BTS, the organizer always, comes up with a surprise and what are you going to do in Tech Summit, man? What is coffee and Tech Summit? Then I didn't tell him, boss, I'm not going to tell you till you see the store, give me an opportunity. Then my dear mentor, great friend, supporter, Priyank Kargiji, you always one step forward and say you should do something in tech for coffee. So this BTS, we did AI and coffee. It's very interesting, actually. So, everyone speaks tech, but how do we implement it on the ground? It is a bit challenging for a coffee. But we curated that idea. It's a very simple idea without, making it more complex. So we said how coffee can be together in tech, how tech can enable coffee for a better experience, for maybe a flavorful aromatic coffee experience is all about that. Let me give you an insight. Why tech in Hatti Coffee? Hatti Coffee is always called as a cafe with a difference. We actually empower a lot of children with so-called disabilities. We call them people with special abilities. I can name a few of the girls like Chumbita and Sangeeta. These are actually impaired. Few are visually impaired, few are physically impaired, few are speech impaired. So why tech really interests me is that to empower them. That's the basic idea. All of us doesn't struggle. We can actually, tech is an value added to us. We can still survive with or without that. But believe me, this is a story I'm telling you to empower these children who struggle to meet their daily life activities. Every walk they take in the road of the journey, it is so difficult because someone can't see, someone can't hear, someone can't work. So that's where tech has brilliantly helped them. That's where Hatti Coffee have actually got tech into the place. So in AA Coffee, what we did, we got all the speech impaired boys and girls. They can't listen, they can't speak. Okay, hearing aid, that aid, all that, but doesn't make their life so comfortable. But they are the one who are actually jobless. We work very closely with Enable India, National Association of Blind, and many such NGOs who partner us. And we pulled out these boys and girls who can't hear. Then we said, hey, look, hey, AI, please help these children. Amazing tech is AI today. These BTS, every store, we had mostly more than 15 stores across spread in BTS. All the cashiers were speech impaired boys and girls. And how do they communicate? That's where the AI, she sounds beautiful, but I never seen her. And the voice is so amazing, mesmerizing. She says, welcome to Hatti Coffee. And she is representing my boy and the girl who can't hear you, can't talk to you, but so much of love and energy for that boy and girl to speak to you, he can't speak. Okay, leaving the destiny aside, so we are calling AI Coffee, then when it says, welcome to Hatti Coffee, this is your menu. You have Mysuru filter coffee, you have Heritage filter coffee, you have Bengaluru filter coffee. Well, how can I help you? You want medium, you want the light version or the dark version, or something to munch with coffee as Madhuru Vade. This is how the AI helped these children. These children are really, made use of that AI, and it's been fairly successful. We must have received more than 7 lakhs of likes and, love for this initiative, and talk more about it. And thanks for having me here, and continue to give to my panelists.
Nice, Mahendra. Nice to start with a nice coffee. That was AA Coffee. Jorara Chapale Bake. It was in the Big Tech Summit. BTS and BTS Basanta Abhipraya Madkombadi. It was in the Big Tech Summit, which was concluded recently, and it was a very big initiative from Government of India and the KDEM. And then every corners we could find Hatti Coffee. Every corners we could find Hatti Coffee with artificial intelligence. So that is how. When I asked Mahendra, what do you want to talk about? I'll talk about tech and coffee. So that is a nice thing. Big hand to Mahendra. ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, ಮೈಸೂರನ್ನ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರೀತಿ. ಆಮ್ ರೈಟ್? ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೈಸೂರು ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷದ ಲಿಂಗರಾಜು ಅವರು. ಮೈಸೂರು ಅಂದರೆ ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ. ಏನೋ ನಮ್ಮೂರು ಮೈಸೂರು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿಮಾನ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ. ಕಳೆದ ಒಂದು 10-15 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಮೈಸೂರು ಚಿತ್ರಣ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕಳೆದ ಒಂದು 10-12 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಮೈಸೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಮೈಸೂರು ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್. And there is lot of big force working behind it. And one of them is with us today. The cluster head of Mysore Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, Sudhir Shankar. Can you just tell how the journey of Mysore started, Sudhir, please?
Thank you, Kiran, and all the members of FKCCI. It's a great event going till now. Thank you very much for inviting us. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜು ಒಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್. ಮೈಸೂರು ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಏನಂದರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಇದೆ. ಮೈಸೂರು ಡಿಸ್ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಏನಂದರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬರೀ 1.5-2 ಗಂಟೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಮುಂಚೆ 3 ಗಂಟೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಐ ರಿಲೇಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟು ಅಭಿಷೇಕ್ ಬಚ್ಚನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಮಿತಾಬ್ ಬಚ್ಚನ್. So if Abhishek Bachchan was not the son of Amitabh Bachchan, he would be measured differently for his talents in the market. So like that, Mysore, unfortunately, being close to Bangalore, always ends up being compared to Bangalore. The same scale of measure would not be applicable for Hubli or Mangalore. ಸೊ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಮೈಸೂರು ಪ್ರಮೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋದಾಗ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಇಂದಿರಾನಗರಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಿದೆ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ವೈಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಿದೆ, ಮೈಸೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮೈಸೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಡಲ್ ಸಿಟಿ, ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ಹಾಸನಕ್ಕೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹತ್ರ ಹಂಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮೇಜರ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಸೂರ್, ದಟ್ even though we were so close to Bangalore, the IT ecosystem that developed in Bangalore was not really happening in Mysore. What was that it was shaping in Mysore could not really copy in Mysore in a smaller scale, and we did not see the transformation in the 2000 era. 2000ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯಿತು, .com ಮತ್ತೆ IT ಬೂಮ್ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಆ ಒಂದು ಎರಾದಲ್ಲಿ we missed that bus because of that ecosystem. This we realized late that, it is not just connectivity. SM Krishna ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮೈಸೂರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ರೋಡ್ 4 laning ಆಯಿತು, ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಟೂರಿಸಂ ಬೆಳೀತು, ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಬೆಳೀಲಿಲ್ಲ. So that is when the problem statement, when we started talking to companies, asking them, why don't you come to Mysore, why don't you come to our city and set up, it is so close to Bangalore annaga, then we realized that there is a huge gap in a lot of supply chain, ecosystem, support structures, incentives that is not present in Mysore because there was no need, because we were close to Bangalore. So that is when we started working on fundamentals. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಏನು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು, ಈಗ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಭದ್ರವಾಗಿ ಹಾಕೋಣ. ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಎ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಸೋ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 150 ಫ್ಲೋರಿ, ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ecosystem ಫಸ್ಟ್. Now what is that ecosystem we have worked to create over the past 5 years? First is infrastructure. For any business to start, you need space, you need office space, you need land, you need industrial infrastructure. So Mysore we have categorized as 3 product category: electronics manufacturing, cyber security and metaverse technologies. So first naven madidvi, we have taken on our own KDEM a responsibility of developing a affordable tech space. While tech space exists, it has to make profit or profitable sense to businesses who are operating in tier 2 cities. They cannot compare that to a co-working space in Bangalore. Until unless we are able to afford that, give that affordability as an option, nobody from Bangalore will move to Mysore. So what we have created is, we have created a global technology center where probably you will be able to afford an office space at 1/5 the rate of Bangalore. ಸೊ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನು 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಬಹುಶಃ 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ನಾವು ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈಸೂರು. ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಡಿಡ್, ಇದಿಷ್ಟೇ ಆದರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆಡೆಡ್ ಎ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಟು ಇಟ್. ವಿ ಸೆಡ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗಿವ್ ಯುವರ್ ರೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಸೈನ್ ಅಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ office space, and for whatever space you are taking, depending on the number of people you are employing, we will reimburse your rent anta. We have added that as a part of our IT policy, where we are reimbursing anywhere between 10 lakhs to 50 lakhs if it is an IT company as a rent reimbursement. If it is a GCC, Global Capability Center, we are reimbursing 50 lakhs to 2 crores as rent reimbursement, which means if somebody is taking a 2,000-3,000 square feet office space, probably for 2 years they will be free on rent. Plus, we are giving power tariff concession for every unit of power consumed. There is a defined power tariff concession that we are giving. Plus, we are also giving a 100% exemption on power duty. ನೀವು ಪವರ್ ಲೋಡ್ ತಗೋತೀರಾ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಹೈರಿಂಗ್ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ we are giving 15,000 rupees per employee hired by the company, created a new EPF number. Plus, we are reimbursing employers' contribution of PF and ESI from 50 to 100 employees. So, now we have created an ecosystem now where we are giving space. We are giving you reimbursement of the expenses that you incur. And now we have created this opportunity for you where very clearly we will say that in your balance sheet, you will see a 25% reduction in the working capital expenditure if you move to Mysore. So this is real. This is not assumption. The numbers are real. The infrastructure is real. And the policy is real. Benefits are coming and companies are receiving these benefits. Now when we translated this, we are not saying that emotionally, oh, ನೀವು ಮೈಸೂರಿನವರು, ನೀವು ಮೈಸೂರಿನಲ್ಲೇ ಓದಿದ್ದು, NI ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ದು, SJC ನಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ದು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಮಾ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಾಗಲ್ಲ. The leader of the business may be emotionally attached, but balance sheet is not emotionally attached. So we have to make sense in the balance sheet. So that is what we have now created, an ecosystem where companies can now be profitable, moving to a tier 2 city like Mysore. So we created this model. It is called as Global Technology Center model, GTC model. Now we are copying that in, we have perfected that, we are copying that in Mangalore, we'll copy that in Davangere, we'll copy that in Hubli, Belgaum and all these regions. Similarly for electronics manufacturing. See, electronics manufacturing is a dirty business, so to say, because there is a lot of chemicals and gases which are carcinogenic, which are not healthy. So there is a perception that it is very dirty and it should not be close to any other industry. So what we created was, we created a separate electronics manufacturing industry zone called EMC, Electronics Manufacturing Cluster, for which we requested Government of India to absorb the capital cost. So Government of India is now absorbing the entire capital cost of STP, ETP, whatever is the pollution that is coming from that industry, plus creating accommodation for employees. Critical for every manufacturer is where does your employee stay. So lodges sameta, hostels sameta, we are creating infrastructure in that industrial estate where laborers are staying within that industrial estate. So if companies are hiring people, you have 3,000, 5,000 people, we are providing as a part of a common facility lodging for women, lodging for men as boys hostel and girls hostel separately within that electronics manufacturing facility. We are also creating ready built factory units. That is RBF Santa. If you want to move in, you don't want to set up infrastructure, we'll give you shed, 50,000 square feet shed that you can directly move in. All the power, water, everything is underground. There is a logistics park, so it is ready. So this work is now going on. Anybody wants to set up an electronics manufacturing facility, all that you need to do is you need to design your manufacturing layout, where your production lines are, how it is, how much power demand, interiors you have to do, exterior, all of that is taken care of. So like this, I am giving just two examples. We are doing work on GCC, we are doing work on developing supply chain for PCB, we are doing work on innovation where we are developing a design lab in Mysore, we are doing a cyber security related innovation talent development ecosystem. So lot of this fundamental work we are doing so that industries find beyond Bengaluru attractive. So what we are doing in Mysore, we are doing similarly in Mangalore, Hubli, Dharwad for sector specific work. So this is what we are doing as a work in the past 5 years. Now we have gained momentum with the LEAP program coming in, local economy acceleration program. We have the financial might as well, with 1,000 crores being committed by Government of Karnataka. Now creativity is the limitation, not the money. How creatively you are able to apply this money for the benefit of the industry is the limitation. So this is what, in a nutshell, if I have to say, what we are doing.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸುಧೀರ್. ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡ್ ಮೈಸೂರು ಸುತ್ತಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದ್ರಿ, ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಡ್. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬೈ ಬಂಗೇರ ಸರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಸರ್. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಒನ್ ಟೆಕ್ ಯಾತ್ರಾ ಫಾರ್ ಮೈಸೂರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಯು earlier. So one full day of we'll be visiting lot of tech companies. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಜನಗೂಡಿನ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಚಾಮರಾಜನಗರದ ಕೂಡ ಸುಧೀರ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಬೀಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಬೀಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. Yes, exactly. Mangalore. Now we have one of the main momentum person for the Silicon Beach of India, Gurudat Shanai from Vertex. Yeah, on to you, Gurudat. ಹೌದು, ಮಂಗಳೂರನ್ನು ನೀವು ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಬೀಚ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರಿ? ಹೌ ದ ಜರ್ನಿ ಆಫ್ Mangalore started?
Thank you very much for having me here. ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಬೀಚ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಇದು KDEM ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಮೈಸೂರು, ಮಂಗಳೂರು, ಹುಬ್ಳಿ, ಧಾರವಾಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಯಾರಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಂಡೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಐಕಾನಿಕ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವರ್ಷನು ಟೆಕ್ನೋವಾನ್ಸಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ it is like how KDEM has been formed. So KDEM has extended it local industry experts ಅನ್ನನ್ನು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೌನ್ ಯು ಅದರ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಡಿದು ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ವಿಜುವಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಡೆವಲಪರ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್. But I work along with KDEM in a so close policy making ಹಿಡಿದು ಪ್ರತಿ ಏನು ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿನೂ. So we are all working as a team there. You cannot identify who named it Silicon Beach. It came out of one meeting like this. So we all started talking about Silicon Beach. All are talking recently. Goa media recognized Mangalore. Then we all realized that Silicon Beach was named to Goa, and they themselves are saying that we lost to Mangalore now. So that is what has come out of Mangalore in last 5-6 years after this Beyond Bangalore program and state government support. We Mangalorean were known since last 5-6 decades. We have put up world-class banks, world-class education institute, world-class healthcare. So we were known for everything. We had everything, but we were losing our great talent to metro cities like Mangalore, Dubai, Mumbai, every city. If you consider, we have great talent sitting over here also. Most of you can relate that you have studied in Mangalore or you have worked in Mangalore, or then you moved to bigger cities for better opportunities. So it was our time came when COVID people realized. So everybody took that. Okay, why can't I choose my hometown to deliver a world-class product? So last 5 years, we ourselves have accommodated 40 global standard companies. Out of that, 6 are GCCs. Sanjay Gupta sir mentioned that 10 GCCs have set up in Mangalore in last 5 years. Out of 4 are in our premises. We are happy to say that. And they are all growing at exponential pace. We are at a lot of difficulty that they are doubling their numbers every year. I am forced to put up a new building every year. It is very difficult now. And Mahendra sir was mentioning that AI to coffee, that tech. I am very proud to say that that technology is built out of Mangalore. That one of a company in our premises made that possible. I was part of Bangalore Tech Summit, and that experience was really nice. So we have been accommodating company like Bose Professional. Bose Professional is a sound system. You can hear these systems. This whole technology, that R&D research center out of US, their second campus is in Mangalore. So similarly, we have company like InnoScripta. You may not have heard of these names, but these are all global giants delivery center. R&D happens in Mangalore because our great talents who are working across the globe have chosen Mangalore back during this COVID phase, and now they are commanding to company that if I am working, I'll work from my hometown. Give me a choice to set up a satellite office here and deliver from here. So that is delivering a great product, and it has been successful. Many are following that now, and our time has started now. Like if you take up a number, we have about 28,000 IT employees in Mangalore as of now. That we have added about 6,000 to 8,000 in last 3 years, and we are aiming somewhere 2 lakh IT employees by 2032. This is quite possible because we have been giving 2.5 lakh tech workers to Bangalore city alone in last 20-25 years. Now it's our time to get back our talent back to our town and create homegrown IT companies. We have been doing this great work of educating great talent. Now our responsibility to get them back to create IT opportunity in our hometown. Thank you.
Very, very, really nice, Gurudat. Mostly Bangaranna ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾರಾಯರೆ ಅಂತ. Give a big hand to Gurudat Chennai. They have created one of the largest ecosystem and eco space in Bangalore. what Bose we are hearing, they are US based company. They are coming back to Mangalore, the main technology center. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಇವರ ಒಂದು ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾ, ಗುಡ್ ಜಾಬ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಗುರುದರ್. ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಲೋ. ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದ ಶಂಕರಣ್ಣವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್, ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಮೊದಲು. ಹೌದು, ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದಲ್ಲೇ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗಾಲ್ಫ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಇದೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗಾಲ್ಫ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಕಿಮಾನೆ ಗಾಲ್ಫ್. ಬಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಎ ಕಿಯೋನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. And today, in this audience, in this stage, we have one of the topmost dignitaries, we can say the Big Four. And that too, the leader in the Big Four is Deloitte. And Vinay Prabhakar from Deloitte is basically from Shivamogga. Studied along with me in Malnad College of Engineering. He moved on to a world class portfolio in Deloitte. ಈಗ ವಿನಯ್ ಅವರೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜರ್ನಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳಬಹುದಾ ಮಾರೇರೆ? ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದಿಂದ ಹಾಸನ, ಹಾಸನದಿಂದ ಮುಂಬೈ.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, Kiran. And very happy to be here. One of the best years of my life was in MCE Hassan. 4 to 5 years in the hostel. Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities has been a big focus for us in Deloitte. What we term it as Project Bharat. So in the guise of Project Bharat, our intention is to focus on enabling and digitizing some of the businesses in the Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. We had an event in Delhi called Arohan, where one of the, Mr. Khage had talked about developing clusters by district, and each of the district has a unique capability. Some of them are very focused on agriculture, some of them are very focused on pharma, electronic manufacturing, so on and so forth. And with this cluster-based focus for each of the district, gives us a very unique chance of saying we are able to develop get the best of processes, the best of IT, the best of digitization, the best of AI, to these clusters by their industry vertical. So for example, someone who is very focused on agriculture, we will be able to, the good part about having this cluster approach is you are able to give the economies of scale. You will be able to give technology advancement or digitization or process or the best leading practices that globally you follow for that cluster, for that particular industry. And what we are doing from a Deloitte standpoint is to kind of bring all of them into one platform. So for example, let's say the IT, let's say the tax as an example, tax and compliance on a single platform, so that if it is affordable by every MSME to kind of start using it as well for their business, and they will get the best of what you call the leading practices, so on and so forth. So that way, for us, from a Deloitte standpoint, representing Deloitte, I think, Tier 2, Tier 3 is a big focus, as I told you, in the guise of Bharat. And it's music to my ears that, there is a lot of focus in that area as well. So thanks for the opportunity, Kiran.
That's really great. That's really great, Vinay. In fact, a lot of youngsters might be very much cheered to hear from a tea coffee. First the coffee and next on to the Deloitte. Because the dream of every youngster that one day I should get into the Deloitte. A big clap to Vinay Prabhakar for a good, very nice start. Now, like everybody is talking about Tier 2 city, Tier 3 cities. Okay, when the technology for a tea coffee is artificial intelligence come from Mangalore. When the Bose has reached Mangalore and Mysore is leaping ahead. In fact, there is one person with us, Mr. Sudhir Keskar, who has been instrumental in building a huge ecosystem, a vast experience in this digital arena, vast experience in the digital economy. On to Sudhir sir. Sanjeev sir, sorry. On to Sanjeev sir.
Thank you, Kiran sir. Good afternoon all. Electronics and semiconductor industry, which I represent, I spent almost 40 years in this industry. I was country head, managing director of 5 American companies, AMD, Motorola, Aero Electronics, National Semiconductor. And for last 5 years, I have my own consultancy to support startups and MSMEs in electronics and semiconductor. ESDM is a very large opportunity and very highest growing sector today, with $150 billion industry going to almost $400 billion in next 5 years. And government has very good policies to support this particular sector. India Semiconductor Mission is offering 50% incentive. State governments are offering pretty good incentive, and we are seeing a lot of action happening into ESDM sector. Good part is today's topic is beyond Bengaluru, and I am associated with KDEM as an advisor, and just last week I am associated with FKCCI as an advisor. So I am representing both KDEM and FKCCI today. Just to share with you, we had this report that $1 trillion economy for Karnataka. And when in KDEM we were discussing what should be the contribution of ESDM, we thought that, okay, if electronics industry is going to be $400 billion, Karnataka should aim for 20% of that, which is $80 billion. And in $1 trillion economy of Karnataka, ESDM should be contributing $80 billion. Now, today we are having a great design ecosystem in Bengaluru. Most of the semiconductor chip design companies are there. Most of the electronic system design manufacturing companies are present in Karnataka. But our talent is working today for the global companies. Very few design-led manufacturing companies are there. And if we analyze the value chain of electronics, 45% value is into components. Semiconductor is 25%, but 15% is by passive components, connector, cable, bare PCB is 5%. Now imagine this 20% can be a play for MSMEs. And 400 billion, 20% is $80 billion. So if Karnataka beyond Bengaluru, if we focus on this particular sector of passive components, connector, cable, bare PCB, we are really talking about a $80 billion industry. Can we form these clusters into Beyond Bengaluru program? Like we had a workshop of KDEM in Belgavi just 6 months back, and I was present there. Can we create a defense aerospace electric vehicle cluster in Belgavi? Can we focus on consumer electronics like ACUS has formed a very good cluster in Hubli for consumer electronics? Already there is a EMS and PCB cluster exists in Mysore. Can we develop further to that particular segment? Because EMS industry from current 30 billion is going to grow to 60 to 80 billion in next 5 years. So can we take advantage of this EMS sector growth? Already ACUS has set up a toy cluster in Koppal. So talking about Beyond Bengaluru, I want to talk about 3 things. We should really focus on forming a cluster for ESDM sector into these 6 cities like Belgavi, Hubli, Dharwad, Mysuru, Bangalore and Davangere or even Kalburgi. And we can target specific companies for MSMEs into these 6 cities to form this ESDM cluster. That is point number 1. Point number 2, Madam Manjula talks about 18,000 startups in Karnataka or 5,000 startups beyond Bengaluru. But you know what is the success rate of startups today? It is less than 10%. Can FKCCI and KDEM not only talking about the COEs or incubator, but also creating a mentor pool and funding mechanism to this startup to ensure that the success rate of this startup can grow more than 10% to more than 50%. If we can focus on making our startups successful and focus on Beyond Bengaluru, we are going to create IP, we are going to create technology, and more importantly, we are going to generate the value of design from India. Currently, if you look at most of the electronics product, we are getting technology from global companies and we are just doing the kit assembly in India. If we can do design-led manufacturing through startups and MSME, that is going to help us to improve the value addition in electronic segment. So that's the second thing. And good part is we have an excellent education ecosystem across Karnataka. We have VTU in Belgaum, we have Maratha Mandal or Gokte in Belgaum, we have BBB College or IIT Dharwad, we have JSS in Mysore. So can we really create a entrepreneurship through this educational institute, and not only incubators and COE, but with good mentor pool, can we create a very good startup ecosystem? So that was my second recommendation, that if we have to go to beyond Bengaluru, we have to focus on innovation and product innovation as well as chip innovation. Currently, there is a very good scheme launched by Government of India called RDI, Research Development and Innovation Fund. It is a 1 lakh crore fund, and how Karnataka startups can get benefit out of the RDI scheme, that is something FKCCI should focus on to support RDI fund to all the startup ecosystem beyond Bengaluru. So my two submissions: one, create a passive component, bare PCB and electronics manufacturing services ecosystem, because that is targeted for MSME. Investments are not in $1 billion. Investments are in the tune of 10 crore to 50 crore to 100 crore max. And so we should focus on this particular segment, and we should focus on making our startups successful for product innovation, IP creation, and technology innovation. Thank you.
In fact, thankful to Uma Reddy Madam for bringing such a veteran into FKCCI, and he has also joined hands with FKCCI to create a very large ecosystem. And whatever you said, of course, the startups, the percentage of success is coming down. Actually, that's we have to look at. That is one somewhere we need to work to create a better ecosystem. Definitely under the leadership of our President Uma Reddy Madam and our committee, IT committee will work along with you to make it a success rate in a better way.
Actually, Kiran sir, you talked about those 4 city program of FKCCI. We should also educate the entrepreneurs and startups. What are the opportunities in ESDM sector? Which are the segment they should focus? What are the products and components they should target? So I'll be very happy to associate with in those 4 city workshop to really talk about these opportunities.
Much for having you with us. It's really great. ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಅವರೊಂದು ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಬಲಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. 2009ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೇವಲ 30 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಫೀಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗ್ರೋನ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 100 outlets, and even they have an outlet in London. Now probably Mahendra will be thinking, so Bangalore is a very potential, so definitely, so before he leaves, he's going to have a tie-up with Gurudat for many more Hatti coffees in Bangalore. So on to Mahendra, how you can guide the youngsters and the new entrepreneurs to take care of the startup and take the journey ahead?
That's a good question, very interesting. With my little experience, Nanna Andu Nadadu Bandu Darili, what is important is all of the panelists told about to have a financial discipline. That is very, very important. Whatever is today is appealing is your P&L. You rightly said, actually. You're absolutely right, sir. So without P&L, startups will continue to, drive the business, but they will lose the heart. In a business, profitability is at most important. That's my message to all the startups or whomsoever is going to start any kind of vertical of businesses. So you need to have that, zeal in the business. The zeal will come from profits only, right? So how we built Hatti Copy to just not to, speak more about ourselves. We had that, today people call us, we had a vision, but I will tell you, we had a zeal. Today, Karnataka is new India. Bengaluru itself is an India actually. It's such a wonderful city. Of course, we have many complaints to say, the traffic and all that stuff, but still, it's the most busiest city in the India. That shows the potential of this city. So why I'm saying that, I am also from the tier 2, Hassan, came to Bangalore with my co-founder, ML Gowdaji. We were not farmers, we are dropouts of the college. And what carried us here is the zeal to do something in Bangalore. I'm being very honest, because he asked me to address startup. Startups should have that large heart. I know there's going to be hurdles. I am telling you, I still have an hurdle. The success is always a comma, according to me. There is no full stop to it. So keep growing. To keep growing, your zeal, your passion should be very, very important. Then passion is not one thing you can buy somewhere. I wish I would buy that. But passion is within yourself. So dear startups, wherever you are, don't lose heart. Many startups, the gentleman left me was telling about, only 10% are successful. Absolutely, why? Most of them are actually in a ladder. If you see, there come 9 steps. The 10th steps is the milestone, which is so-called success. They miss out because they don't see that. They give up at the ninth step of the ladder. So my message is very, very, clear, and be strong there. See the 10th step is always there, and take this forward. Karnataka is the land of opportunity, and I'm talking about coffee, but you have brilliant opportunities being IT, and everything is Bengaluru. Come on, startups, you don't give up. Dream that fire to, take India to the global map. Thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic. Jorada Chappale. I think that was one talk with an energy. That was one talk with an enthusiasm. Okay, that is Mr. Mahendra Fattikafi. Atmiyare, we have got Ramesh Patil from Hubli, and we have got Andaru Bopanna ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ದಾವಣಗೆರೆಯಿಂದ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು. ಗದಗಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ದಾನಪ್ಪ ಗೌಡ್ರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದಿಂದ ಶಂಕರಣ್ಣ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ತುಮಕೂರಿಂದ ಸುಜ್ಞಾ ನಿರಮೆಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೈಲಾಶ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಸೂರಿಂದ ಲಿಂಗರಾಜ್ ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಸಿ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮೆಂಟ್ರಿಂಗ್, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸೆಂಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಗವರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್. So Isala, in fact, when in my talk I referred and I thanked Manjula Madam and for Department of ATBT, wherein FKCCI as a part of the startup Isala policy ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕಡೆ we had a lot of recommendation under the leadership of Umareddy Madam. One of the beautiful policies have come up. Startup ಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಸೆಂಟಿವ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಷನ್ ಇದೆ. What best you can say, like how the startup they should take it, and what should be the organization setup of the startup? Please, on to Sudhir now.
Before I get into the incentive, I'll just like to add one part, continuing for where Mahindra left. Passion is core, one though. Yeradnedu, our startups should also have passion and defined understanding of market. Where our startups fail is, they have a total available market, accessible market, number figures irutte. But ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಕಣ್ಮುಂದೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಣ್ಮುಂದೆ ಇರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಈ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇರ್ ದಿ probability of success will increase from 10% to 50%. And this is where I see a huge potential with FKCCI and your ecosystem, who are all industries who are facing a lot of problems. So problem for one is an opportunity for a startup. So how do we look at defining aggregation of problems? So there are 50 people running in the same industry. Let's say, for example, Chamarajanagar, there are people who are cutting stones, grinding stone, transporting stone. There are industry defined problems. That industry defined problem can become a startup opportunity for somebody in Chamarajanagar who can develop a business solution for that and make a career out of that. Just how do we bring these two together? Like that, government is also a large consumer. Now, how do we look at government related defined problems as a startup problem that we can solve? It is not just government of Karnataka. There are 30 state governments. There is government of India. So there are 32 consumers, large consumers, and there are about 43-44 departments every state has. So health sector, road irbodu, electricity irbodu, urban management irbodu. ನೀವು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು there are a lot of these areas, sectors where government is a consumer, lot of money is being spent. So how do we look at making Karnataka the startup capital for India's problems, so that the every money that is being spent in India is coming to a balance sheet into a business into Karnataka. So I think these are the two structural changes that we need to do, because as a startup we don't have to solve Amazon's problems, Azure's problem. There is a problem that is somewhere else in the world, elsewhere, ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಊರು, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ $1 trillion ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಚೇಂಜ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಓನ್ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1. Number 2, from a policy point of view, Karnataka became a startup capital because we started incentivizing startup and risk taking as a government supported program. Because 20 years ago we started a program called Elevate. Our honorable minister was it was his brainchild, where no other government gives money to a startup from idea to prototype. Revenue no illa, ನೀವು business madilla, ನಿಮ್ಮ idea chanagide, so you will get 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 50 lakhs as a grant, no questions asked. So this kind of an ecosystem started evolving in the past 20 years, and today we are at a stage where we are funding startups for their travel. If they want to go out for an international marketing, we subsidize their air travel. If they want to put up a stall in an international fair, we subsidize that stall. There is an IP reimbursement that we give if they are developing technology. So we reimburse the cost of IP that they are filing. So we help them with 2 different programs that KDEM has developed. One is called CAN, Karnataka Acceleration Network anta. So all startups from idea to prototype, minimum value product, MVP antella naವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮೆಂಟರಿಂಗ್, ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೆಂಟರಿಂಗ್ is a missing component. So what we did, we developed a program called Acceleration Network where we pay the mentor. Now startup comes and says, look, I am like probably Mahindra will come and say that, look, I am doing something in coffee. For this curing technology, this is the person whom I want to reach out to. I don't know how I have to reach out to him. And I want inputs from him. Can you help me achieve that? So we will reach out to them, or people like them who are subject matter domain experts, pay them for their time. So there is a huge money that we are paying as mentorship fee under Karnataka Acceleration Network, where we are bridging that domain knowledge gap which may not be available in a tier 2 city. So now, irrespective of where you are in Karnataka, ನೀವು ಚಿಕ್ಕಮಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿರಿ, ಬಾಳೆಹೊನ್ನೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿರಿ, ನೀವು ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿರಿ, ಮೈಸೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿರಿ, ಚಾಮರಾಜನಗರ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇರಿ ನೀವು, if you are working on a particular problem and that problem requires access to a particular mentor whom you don't know how to access, we have developed a mechanism where you can access that mentor at no cost. You don't have to pay, you have to become a part of the cohort. The cohort is free, and in that cohort we have also developed market access mechanism. How do you access the market? Tools required to access the market. 3, how do you access funding? Funding alli what we have done is we have aligned institutional investors, venture capitalists, family offices and banks behind this program, where all of these guys are getting visibility to the startups who are coming in each cohort. Andre ನೀವು ಒಂದು cohort ಬಂದ್ರೆ you start becoming visible to a community of people who are investors, who have got an appetite for risk and who have a sector focus where they want to invest. So this ecosystem is something which we have created, and we have already completed cohort number 1. And now we are calling for application for cohort number 2. It is sector agnostic. ಇದು ಟೆಕ್ಕೇ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಫುಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕ್ಲೋತ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ನೌ open. It is industry agnostic. Mentorship is available, access to capital is available, and tools on defining how you approach your market is available. So this is the level up that we have done, from idea to prototype funding to incentivizing support to a startup by giving them subsidies, to professional advice that we are giving them to handhold. The only parameter here is you have to be at a certain stage of revenue. Andre you cannot be an idea level startup. You have to have defined your solution. You have to have identified your market. Now you want to go one level up. So we do this. Idur jotege there is something called as a preferential market access anta. Preferential market access is a program under Government of Karnataka, available under startup policy, where if you are registered as a startup with the Government of Karnataka, if you want to participate in any government procurement, there is no EMD. Financial parameters are exempt. You don't have to form a consortium or tie up with anybody. If you have your own IP for that particular product, you get a priority in procurement. So participating in a government tender is now easy if you are a startup, plus there is a GST exemption also available under the startup policy. So a startup, first before he decides to do a business, or once he has structured, he has to play his cards in a nice way, where he has identified a product, where he has identified a service, who is the consumer, whether it is the government is the consumer, private sector is the consumer. If private sector is the consumer, how do I approach the market? Who is the mentor whom I have to get access? Then leverage the funding, and within this, now 10% failure becomes 50% failure. That is 50% will become successful. 90% failure in that, it will come down to 50%. So this is the ecosystem that we have developed, and this is what I feel people should leverage to become successful.
ನೈಸ್. ಹೌದು, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ಪಿನ ಒಳಗೆ ಕರೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರು ಟೀ ಕಾಫಿ ಮಹೇಂದ್ರ ಅವರು. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ಪಿನ ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಹೇಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಸುಧೀರ್ ಅವರು ಭಾಳ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಹೌದು, ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿ of the entrepreneur to become successful. In fact, Bangalore's journey, Mangalurna journey into the tech was with a lot of passion. In fact, we can see Gurudat Chennai, Rohit Bhatt, like a lot of people, they have done things with passion. So, Gurudat Chennai ಅವರೇ, ನೀವು ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ. ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗಳಿದೆ. ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗ. ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್. ಹಾಸನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ದ ವೆರಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂಡ್ ಔಟ್. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಗೇವ್ ಎ ಕಾಲ್, ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಯು ಮೇಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎ ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ along with a member of the parliament who is very much involved in that. Can you just tell the story of the talent in Bangalore?
Yes, sir. We have a program called Silicon Beach Program. It's a simple website. It's a bridge between anybody who wants to move back to Mangalore. He just have to put his interest, he just have to put his past experience and all. There are people, companies who put up their profile also. I am looking at this talent. See, building up a tech ecosystem is not just putting up an infrastructure or but just giving a subsidy or anything. It's all about people. So connecting a people, that is a Silicon Beach program. It is companies who are looking at a great talent, and the talent moving back to Mangalore used to be very difficult affair. So this program has given that platform to connect the right talent to the right company. So it is nothing but companies put up their requirement. Those who want to move back to Mangalore, they put up their requirement. We have already seen success. More than 300 people have moved back in last 1 year. A great talent like the person who was doing research and development sitting in Singapore for one of our company for electronics like Bose. So he chose to move back because of this program. One guy moving back to Mangalore created 100 more jobs in 1 year. So similarly, there are companies, world's biggest casino tech. When we say casino, we think it is a gaming, but it is much beyond that. Casino tech is much beyond banking technology. It has all the facilities of banks, plus it has the cyber security, fraud detection, everything. And its R&D center is in Mangalore, and they operate $85 billion business annually, and that the technology development is in Mangalore. So this is possible only when that key person who has seen the global exposure now chooses back native city. And when we see micro level, why they are choosing their native back is, one is we Mangalorean are culturally inclined, traditionally, or we are inclined with our hometown. We call our region as a Tulunadu. So still we are connected to our roots. So they miss out after 10-15 years of global exposure. They start thinking that our kids should have this culture. We should grow along with this kind of environment. In Mangalore, we have culture. Grandparents to next level of next generation people, right? They all feel that our culture is very important. So these great talents are moving back to city for connect to this culture also. So and our city is very good. You can, like sir was mentioning that time, that you can get a break of 1 hour. You can get to your home, have lunch, and come back to your job. This is only possible in this. I got to know from one of our client who was working in Seattle. We think that UK, Europe has the greatest medical facility add-on. getting a one doctor appointment takes more than 6 to 7 months in a city like London. Whereas in Mangalore, with a one phone call, you can get a great medical advice between your work hours, and you still can come back and work. This is only possible in city like Mangalore. I won't say just it's Mangalore. Anywhere in the city, like Shumogga or any, if Sridhar Vembu can start a global organization like Zoho, sitting in Tenkashi, which is in a remote place of Tamil Nadu, hardly they had internet access that time. So if that can be done anywhere in Karnataka is very rich with talent and opportunities everywhere. So enough opportunities are there. Global standard companies can be built from anywhere out of the world. So government is supportive. Even when we reach out to our secretary ma'am, Manjula ma'am, or our Kionix chairman Sharad Bachegowda is very much active. Our IT minister Priyank Kharge sir. So they know each and every day basis, they know numbers. They monitor cities, they monitor state level data every day basis. They are so aggressive. They are just representing us. We need to work for them. When they are motivating and supporting us this much, we need to deliver that. Our time has come. We believe that this is Amrit Kal. Next 20-25 years, we can all come together and collaborate and work and deliver lot many things.
ಅಂಡ್ ಅಮೇಝಿಂಗ್. ಆ ಮಂಗಳೂರು, ಆ ತುಳುನಾಡು, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತುಗಳು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನಾವು ಒಂದೇ ಕಾಂತಾರದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರೀಲರ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ. Okay, when you are telling about the big talent and the big companies looking at the smaller cities, tier 2 and tier 3 cities, I remember like Vinay, he was addressing, Deloitte is moving on to a lot of tier 2 cities, and he was referring about few places also in your talk. Yes, Vinay, if you can throw some more light, we will be very happy to have a big four company in the tier 2 cities also in Karnataka.
I have before I get to that, a real side note was I was speaking in Hassan in Malnad about entrepreneurship, and I spoke for almost hour every aspects of entrepreneurship and all of those things. And then later on, one of the kid asked me, "Sir, istella maatadidre ನೀವು entrepreneurship, ನೀವು ಖುದ್ದಾಗೆ entrepreneur ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ." So it was like a reality check, and I told him saying that, boss, when I graduated in '93, I didn't have the guts. That's the only thing I can tell you. But with all this ecosystem and all the support that you have right now, I think it's a good time for you all to kind of get into an entrepreneurship journey. Anyway, to answer your question, yes, we are focused on the tier 2, as I said, tier 3 cities as well. We've recently opened offices in Coimbatore, in Bhubaneswar, Jaipur, so on and so forth. So yes, so we are looking at talent, we are looking at acquisitions. So, it is high on our radar. We strongly believe that the talent is available, extremely talented individuals, a lot of fire in the belly as well. And we very soon will be expanding as we grow our business too. So, yes, I hope that answers your question, Kiran.
We'll be very happy to see Deloitte in several cities of Karnataka. ಆಗಲೇ ಅವರು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಡೆಲಾಯ್ಟ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ. ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ವೈ ಕಾಂಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಡೆಲಾಯ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮೂಲತಃ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದವರೇ. So now on to the captain. I think before we go in for the question and answer session, I think it's for the captain's voice about the building the tier 2 cities ecosystem. Like how best you say FKCCI should drive ahead. Your advisor for FKCCI, your advisor for KDEM, and I think it's now on to you.
Thank you, Kiran sir. I know we are stretched this event. I will keep my answer very short. Basically, the ecosystem for electronics and semiconductor, Karnataka's strength is design. We are already a capital of semiconductor design with Texas Instruments starting 40 years back. Almost 50% of semiconductor designs in India are happening out of Karnataka. Same case with embedded electronics. Now we should focus on creating those incubators and center of excellences across major cities in Karnataka to create IP and product innovation. We have one great success story in Hubli called Deshpande Foundation. We have seen how successfully they have delivered very successful startups. So that is something we should be focusing on. And secondly, creating manufacturing ecosystem for electronics. We have a great EMS, electronics manufacturing services. What we need to focus is design-led manufacturing, because pure EMS gives you only 10% value recognition. That is not going to help. Today, what's happening in India, mobile phone or consumer electronics or your IT hardware, everything is kit assembly. Please understand, in a $100 phone, India makes only $5 today. Entire Apple, Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, Xiaomi kit comes to India. We get 10% value addition for assembling that phone, and I'm paying 4 to 6% incentive under PLI to make that manufacturing. That needs to be changed. We have to focus not only on manufacturing, it has to be design-led manufacturing. And FKCCI, in this Beyond Bengaluru initiative with KDEM, we will drive more on the value addition, not on pure manufacturing. Thank you.
Great presentation from you. So we have to look into it. It's quite a serious aspects. Let us work together. So it's the journey has begun. We have a long way to go. Now, friends, we'll move on to the question and answer session. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಈ ಟೆಕ್ ಟಾಕಿನ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೇವೆ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಫಸ್ಟು ನಾನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್. Other day when we were talking with Vilas Kamath and others, I think Mr. Sanjeev is also there, how to retain the existing staff or workers working with the many IT information technology. This is a big question mark to retain the existing staff and workers, number one. Number two, about our Attic officer, I was talking to Mr. Madan, how to, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಫಿನ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಬಿಸಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. I was told by Madan that one of the young man is already invented a paper which keep your coffee is very hot. If it is a cold drink, you can keep it very cold. That is a technology invented by our youths. With this question, what I want to request Mr. Sanjeev, sir, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, assembling only we are doing. How to increase that value of addition means we are only earning 10%, but again we are giving the subsidy or whatever you call it. So all these things we want a question or a guidance to this August House. In about talking about KDEM, sir, how to go behind Mysore and behind Mangalore. We already reached the Mangalore and Shumaga and other places, but I want to go through Mr. Sudhir that I want to reach Chamranagar, I want to reach Bidar, I want to reach Belgaum, I want to reach Gulbarga, like other cities where all my district leaders are assembled here to listen to you how to promote these industries out of Mysore and out of Mangalore. Don't feel bad, Mr. Shanai. Just because we want to equally develop all the cities, all the district headquarters. With this question, I am expecting the answer from all of you, how we can see how best we can tune up our youth, tune up our startup. See, why we fail in startups? Because tuning the youth, lack of the information, lack of the encouragement. Somebody youth wants to do something, you don't get the finance. We may say on the dais, everything is very easy, but my experience speaks when I'm faced many youth, they don't get even 35 lakhs loan from the banks. That is my experience. I want your answers. FKCCI with you to question anybody in the world, including your chief minister. Don't worry about it. Leave it to us. We will take care of how to tune the government. But I want through you how to tune our youth, how to go behind these cities.
I think I'll go first. So, since on a lighter note, before I get into beyond Mysuru, one of the, if entrepreneurship has to be successful, I think we should also work on social engineering, where families now promote their children not to seek a job, but to become a job provider or getting self-employed. And parents of daughters to be open to give their hand of their daughters to an entrepreneur, not expect somebody who is already having a house, a car at the age of 35. So, I think this social engineering is very much required, and we have to start talking about it, that if you want a billionaire, be ready to be a part of the risk right from the beginning. It doesn't come at the age of 25. So now coming to beyond Mysore, sir, I think with FKCCI joining hands, we see a great potential, and the way forward, if I have to do it, I have done it in Mysore. I am sure and confident that we now have the full know-how on how to put this on track. Now we have to start developing a product for every taluk. While we are looking at cluster, I'll give you the analogy how it works. Beyond Bangalore exists because of Bangalore. If there was no Bangalore, there is no beyond Bangalore. So Bangalore has to be duly credited for the success that it has. Without Bangalore, there is no beyond Bangalore. World knows Bangalore. World doesn't know Mysore. World doesn't know Mangalore. World doesn't know Davangere. They know Bangalore. Every third software that is used in the world has a Bangalore footprint, without a doubt. Every third chip that is running in any electronics is designed in Bangalore, without a doubt. Now, this Bangalore momentum is what we have to support from beyond Bangalore. We should not compete with Bangalore. We should complement Bangalore, number one. So, number two, all the companies that are there in Bangalore, they can have their head office here where the senior management can live. All the other jobs that can be done outside Bangalore, we should now look at asking them what you want if you want to do it outside Bangalore, and we will create an environment for you. Number two. Number three, at every taluk level, now for every cluster we have identified a sector. For Mysore, it is electronics manufacturing, cyber security, and metaverse technology. Now for these three sectors, at every taluk, how do we build a talent supply ecosystem? Now, every taluk has so many number of colleges, technical, non-technical, polytechnic, diploma, ITI. There are training centers. Are these centers, because talent is the first capital that we have, which can easily be developed without much of an investment. How do we create a talent supply ecosystem at this taluk level so that we can convince a company in Mysore to start in the taluk? You are already operating with 500 people in Mysore. We have at the taluk availability of around 1,000 students year over year. In this 1,000 students, we will help you shape a talent supply pipeline for 100 people year over year. Why don't you look at setting up a center in our taluk? So in this way, first we have to start with talent. Two, aggregation of jobs. At that taluk, there are so many industries operating. There is somebody who is manufacturing a brick. There is somebody who is doing food processing. There is somebody who is doing automobile ancillary. There is somebody who is doing some other job. Everybody needs employees. There is no unified single portal. Even it can be a WhatsApp chatbot where jobs are posted. Students of that region don't have a visibility to the job opportunities within their own taluk. So there has to be one unified portal. We can work together in that, where we can create one avenue where students can explore jobs. That this is the job, this is the pay available, and this is the place of the work. In that way, one, we create an ecosystem where we create employable people. Two, we give them visibility to jobs so that students are staying there. Three, people who are aspirational, who are very good, who are very talented, we create new jobs for them by bringing new opportunities to that particular sector aligned with that cluster industry focus. We should not do something which is not out of the alignment. If we do anything out of the alignment, we have to create everything from scratch, which will never work, which will take a lot of time. So this is how I feel that we should approach in the next 2 to 3 years, where for the entire Karnataka, at the taluk level, one level below the district, we create a talent availability database and a strategy to align with that industry sector.
Sir, to answer your question on value addition, I will quickly add that just to take forward Sudhir's message, we should first define which clusters in which city, and then create a common facility center so that each MSME or startup don't have to invest into the test equipment or certification lab or any qualification process. Okay, whatever ecosystem is required for that particular cluster, you should create a common facility center. So the startup or MSME can focus on their product, their application, and they can leverage the CFC. So that is one thing to really build that. So the capex investment is also limited, and their KDEM and Government of Karnataka can really support to build these CFCs in all these major cities based on the cluster requirement.
Yes, there's a question about the Deloitte and also about the coffee. Shivkumar sir, ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗಳು ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. That was a really thought process, very good thought process from Shivkumar sir, past president.
I guess your question was IT, how do you retain IT workforce and all that? So, okay, so, well, in the last few years with all the visa restrictions, etc., the good news is the aspiration to go abroad is reduced dramatically, right? And but not just that, also the facilities in India is improving so much. The lifestyle has changed. So a lot of kids. For example, the apartment where I live in Mumbai, in our group there are about 25 kids who are all studying abroad, either Canada or US or wherever. Almost 80% of them want to come back. And that's nothing to do with the visa. I mean, they're all studying in one of the best schools, but they feel that there is a lot of, opportunity right here in India. So that's good. That's one good news. Added to that, GCCs, for example, have changed dramatically in the last few years. So, for example, as he said, R&D has moved to India. That was never the case much earlier, right? Only the back office was over there. But right now, when R&Ds are moving to India, that means that they will also have the job satisfaction. It's not just they're going to be working only on back office work. These are the few things that I believe will retain the IT workforce in where they are. And of course, if we give them the right facility, the right environment, and with all the right kind of impetus that we are giving from our entrepreneurship perspective, I think, it will be a little easier to retain and grow the talent right in India.
Yes, surely madam, definitely. I think ಕಾಫಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಶಮಂತ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೋಪಿಕಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Now the mic will come to the next level. Okay.
ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
About the coffee.
ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್, ಕಾಫಿ ಬಿಸಿ ಎರಡು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ
one of our students from Mida School of Entrepreneurship has developed a product,
sir,
wherein it keeps, for example, as you are talking on this panel discussion, probably you would have served tea coffee to all of them.
Yes, sir.
They're busy, conversing, and the coffee gets cold. How do you warm up that coffee? So that was one of the case study. So one of our student has developed a technology wherein he wraps the coffee cup, and within 60 seconds the coffee becomes warm without electricity. Similarly, if there is a juice which you need to drink chilled, if it becomes warm, you can also reverse that by using that same technology. And that technology is globally patented, and today that boy is less than 30 years old, and the company is valued about 120 crores. I'm proud to say that he's a student of our institution. Thank you.
Super.
That's what I think Shivkumar sir was talking about.
Many congratulations for that, the brain who thought about coffee to keep warm.
In fact, I was one of the mentor for this project.
Oh, lovely, sir. That is, congratulations extended to you.
Thank you.
Do many more such startups, help them to build this. It's very interesting. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ವಜಕರು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ancestor is always coffee. ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕಾಫಿ, ಮೀಟರ್ ಕಾಫಿ ಅಂತ ಭಾಳ ಪ್ರಖ್ಯಾತಗೊಂಡಿರೋಂಥ ಕಾಫಿನ ಬಿಸಿ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಡಿಬೇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಐ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿತ್ ಮೈ ಲಿಟ್ಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಕಾಫಿ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಕಾಕ್ಷನ್ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಪರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಚೆ ತಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಮ್ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಾಫಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 70 degrees. 70 degreesಗಿನ ಮೇಲಿದ್ದರೆ, ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಆ ಕಾಫಿ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಎಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಫಿ ಈಸ್ ಬರ್ನ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬರ್ನ್ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಓವರ್ ಹೀಟೆಡ್ ದ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್. ದ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟ್ವೀಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಂತಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಹಾಲು ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಕಾಫಿನ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಡಿಕಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ನೀವು ಕಾಫಿನ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ನ ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಟ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ನ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಟು ದಿ ಡಿಕಾಕ್ಷನ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟ್ರೂತ್. ಬಿಸಿ ಹೇಗಿಡೋದು, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ಹೂ ರೀಚಸ್ ಔಟ್, ಕೆಲವರಂತೂ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎ ಪೈಪಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ. ಪೈಪಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಟ್, ಓಕೆ, ಪೈಪಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಟ್, ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಟೆಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಎ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ರೋಲ್. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸರ್, ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ do coffee using the burners. Flame use ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. We use the indirect way of boiling milk is with the thermostat handle coils. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನೋ ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್, ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇವತ್ತು ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಅಪ್ಲಯನ್ಸಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಕುಕ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಇವತ್ತು ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಮೆಝಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ 70 ಡಿಗ್ರೀಸ್ಗೆ ಥರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟಾಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ, ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಓವರ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾಫಿ is served at 70 degrees, 99% is the right cup of coffee until unless you load more sugar and make it sweet coffee. That is your problem, sir. So to keep hot, this is the only way to do it, because we are doing a traditional handcrafted filter coffee. Handcrafted andre it is your mind and hand correlation. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಆಸ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, ಸರಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಂಗಡಿಲಿ ಕಾಫಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೌಡರ್ ತೊಗೊಳೋದು ಸರಿಗೆ ಬರಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಎ 5 tips ಆಫ್ ಕಾಫಿನ ನಾವು ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಟ್ಟಿ ಕಾಫಿ ನೀವು ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ 5 steps ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನು ಓವರ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಮತ್ತು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ವಾಟರ್. ನೀವು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಬೋರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ it will not give the properties out of coffee. It will mask the aroma or fragrance of the coffee. So, ಈಗ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು ನಂಗೆ ಮದನ್ ಸರ್, I will be very curious. I mean, looking forward to meet the boy who's made that. I am going to work with him. We have a coffee lab within Hatti Coffee where a lot of innovations we do. We will bring him and see if that works. Why not? So I am promising you 120 plus stores and more stores to come. We'll have that, kind of a concept. We welcome that, sir. Thank you so much.
So nice, Mahendra. Big hand to Mahendra, in fact. ಹೌದು, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹಸುನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಬಿಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟು ಮದನ್ ಸರ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆಫ್ ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕಾಫಿ ಹಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮಿಡಾ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್. ಮದನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಸರ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ದಯಮಾಡಿ. ಯುವರ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟಗ್ರಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ IT committee. Is a very active member and probably like he is going to lead lot of these types of events and innovations. Thank you, sir. Thanks for you. And I think we have one question from youngster, and next to Shamantha madam.
Check. Okay, good morning to the August gathering. My name is Abhishek Ayappan. I'm a leadership consultant and a coach. I have a company called Para Learning. I've on a weekly basis, we meet about 1,500 plus students, student leaders, and campus to corporate kind of programs. Corporates also hires us and so on. So that is the context with which my question comes from. On a daily basis, I see aspirational entrepreneurs, and seldom it is from students. Student entrepreneurship, they have an idea. They have an idea of what an entrepreneurship journey could be, what a problem could be solved in a certain way. I tell you, aspirational entrepreneurship comes from people who are possibly earning 60,000-70,000 a month, and Saturday, Sunday, they want to do something. Right? So are we, are we extending the conversation of entrepreneurship labs from just college and like campuses to if there is any hub for weekend entrepreneurship to come in? A lot of people who are working in corporate organizations also say that we are not allowed to pursue our aspirations openly because they have certain NDAs and non-competes and so on. So that's where my first question comes from, saying, can we as organizational leaders and can we as people who are in very powerful positions open it up for our people to pursue entrepreneurship, especially the people who have started off their journey? That's my first question. And second question is like, I was really inspired by what all is happening in Mysore. Mysore is very close to my heart. And I didn't know these things. Although I'm in that space, I didn't know these things.
Please make it shorter.
Comes from that, saying, how do we get to know about these things? That's all is my two-part question.
Yeah. Aspirational entrepreneurship, actually people come up with a problem statement and they get super excited that I'm going to solve something problem. But they don't really give a complete thought. Many times 50% of these aspirational entrepreneurship are with the Me Too product idea. That okay, this product is available at 100 rupees, I am going to make it at 50 rupees, I will sell at 70 rupees. And this is a very bad decision. You should have a differentiator. Whenever you are thinking any new product idea, what is the differentiator you are bringing? What is the USP, unique selling point you are going to? Do you have a customer commitment for that idea? They don't go to customers before they invest. Okay, and then they really don't do the complete techno-commercial analysis, whether technically they are meeting all the market features requirement or how competitive they are vis-a-vis the competition. Okay, they just developed some idea, and then after spending 1 year, they realize, okay, they are too expensive for the market or they are not meeting the market expectation. And that's the reason, main reason of failure of those startups. So my point is, whenever you have any problem statement, you should discuss with the potential end customers whether that idea makes sense, at what price they will buy, what are the features they expect, what is the differentiator I can bring. Without this homework, any aspirational entrepreneurship is bound to fail.
Thank you, sir. It was a really amazing words for the young talents.
The best way to learn or develop, it is in Mangalore we have a gig community, we have a DevOps community. They meet every Saturday, Sundays to build a community, and it's very healthy growth. That kind of activity will help young entrepreneurs to come. And usually everybody thinks that I have $1 million idea. Idea is not even a 1% of your business. Consistently, every day basis. No, today morning only I heard one thing. Magic is there in doing boring things every day, consistently delivering that. Idea is a very small thing. Coffee, everywhere there were a coffee, but Hatti coffee made it huge. So idea is nothing actually. Execution is the everything.
Yes, that's really nice. Yeah, I think one question from Samantha Madam. Samantha Madam, big hand to her, because like we have seen her interview, what she has with Ramesh Arvind, and like a lot of interesting thing. On to you, madam. Yeah.
A hearty congratulations, Uma Reddy, Kiran, and entire team of FKCCI. It is a very useful and most needed, because I am a storyteller. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನೀವೇನೇನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರೋ, ಡಿಸೆಂಟ್ರಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ನಾನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಸಾರಥಿ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ಸ್. ವಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರೂರಲ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್. ತಾಲೂಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೋಬಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಟುಡೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಟ್ರಸಿ ರೇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್. But quality of education ಅಂತಂದಾಗ that itself is a separate subject. I don't want to touch that particular. But ರೂರಲ್ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ, ಯೂತ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಸಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎಜುಕೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ. Like ample of opportunities are there, and Government of India that has introduced waves, media and entertainment and job opportunities. I belong to that domain. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬೇಕೋ ಬೇಡವೋ, ಇನ್ಎವಿಟಬಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಡೀಲ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸೈಕಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್, ಸೋಷೋ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದೇನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ ಟು ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಕಿರಣ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಉಮಾ, ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ದೇ ನೋ. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಆನ್ ಬಿಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ರೂರಲ್ ಯೂತ್, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲೀಸ್, ವಿಮೆನ್, ಒಂದು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಏನಂತಂದರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕನ್ವೆ ಇಟ್ properly, scientifically, humanly. And for that, yes, Sudhir avare, ನಿಮ್ಮ KDEM ಮೂಲಕ we are ready to partner with you, media planning and how to take it forward ಅಂತ. We really want to do that, because it is such a concern is so nice, so passionate ಆಗಿದೆ, and it is most required. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹಿಸ್ ನೇಮ್, ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಥರದ್ದು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಥರ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಐ ಥಾಟ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಶೇರ್ ಅಂತ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕಲಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್.
Thank you for the inputs, and I think it is most vital. ಅದು today and 20 second attention time span ಇದೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರನೂ. ಆ 20 ಸೆಕೆಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಇಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ in the world of reels and shorts, without being in the reels and shorts, we will not be able to convey. So we also have to get into the same domain. There is no questions about it. Now, how do we do that? Yes, we can understand and we can work with you and your team to give you exactly what you said. See, we did a job mela in Pandavpura along with Puttanaya Foundation, and we got companies to go to Pandavpura to hire from Pandavpura and start operations in Pandavpura anta. ದಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಔಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಆದರೂ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಶೋ ಅಪ್. Now we are talking to large brands in Bangalore who hire by the thousands every quarter. Their experience has also been the same thing. Whenever we come to clusters, we don't find enough people who don't show up. Anta. So this is something which is very critical. Thanks for highlighting this. We will have to jointly figure out. We are not domain experts. We don't know how to do it. If people like you can help us figure this out, we will be more than happy to incorporate it.
That was really apt, Sudhir. Thank you very much. And thank you, Samantha Madam of Sarthi Communication, for joining our team of Beyond Bangalore and our dream. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಪವರ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಅಂದಂಗೆ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯವರಾದ ದಾನಪ್ಪ ಗೌಡ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Yes. Okay. I think we'll end the session and definitely yeah. Anybody else? Yeah. Okay. This is the last question, my dear friends. Last question, please.
This is
yes, please.
This is Dr. Sanjay Gupta. I'm an NRI who decided to come back. As you said, 80%.
That's great.
But my journey coming back has become a hallucinating thing. It's too stressful. Maybe I went through proper schooling or I was too studious. I could face all the challenges. But now, when I got back, there was no funds. I had a dream to do a startup. There was no funds, so I took to teaching, and I went into the rural where I could get more students, the numbers. It's fairly, they like it. The rural students like it, but if you are having an open house for job placements, and we have told them much ahead, about 3 months ahead, the number of shows are very less. So I removed my titles from an army officer, I just became a professor. It changed. Of course, many times I went and had tea coffee in this process. So for us, NRIs who are coming back, there should be, it's another opportunity right now, because in the next 25 years, this is going to be the place. Yes, most of the countries I've been, the population is not like this. So even if I want to sell coffee and I've learned the best way the Malnad coffee to be made, there are no numbers to be sold. Here you have the numbers, you have the ability, demonetization removed the funds aspect, and now the tariff.
Please make it short.
Now
please.
Now the tariffs have removed the export. So if we can focus on the local industry, but I need more support. Thank you.
Yes, that's good, sir. In fact, Sudhir sir can just mention few words on this.
I think you can align with us. We will be more than happy to have a conversation with you.
One last question to Asha Madam. I think women power is there. We can't say no, as our president very clearly says.
Yeah. Good afternoon. This is Asha Kiran. I'm an ex-general manager information technology who has worked for 40 years in industry as well as academia. In my journey, I have seen there's a big gap between industry,
little louder, madam. Yeah.
Industry and academia. What is happening in the colleges? They are teaching, completing the syllabus. Children are writing the exams. Campus. If there's no campus, do MTech, MS, go abroad. What next? The knowledge. Finally, it is for package. I feel there is a gap where we have to bring something fire to the children in the pre-final year, like district heads have come from the wiki from throughout Karnataka. We have to get one touch with all the colleges which is around us, and we have to tell the children, you can do this, you can do this. See, like Badgi, there isn't chilies. What we can do, get out of it. I have seen in North Karnataka, hardly any improvement is there. Even in Hassan, sorry Kiran, I am not seeing any much advanced in technology. Always I will be telling Kiran, let us do something to Hassan. Not only Hassan, to everywhere. Sir, it's my request, it is our responsibility to bring the children the awareness of startups. Not only the syllabus and the marks, but startups. Is how to go about it. It is wiki and KDEMs. We have to chart out the action plan and we have to implement it. Thank you.
I think Vinay will answer this question because he is also from the same college and also a student of a father.
No, I agree with you. I can't agree more on what you said. But But I was quite pleased to see a lot of activities that was happening back in the college, right? I mean, if I go back to my alma mater, MCE, there's a huge amount of encouragement that's been given for startups. And in fact, there was a Shark Tank and similar thing that was done. So I think there is a lot of encouragement that's being done. And I completely agree with you that you need to fill in the gap between corporate and the academia and the student. And the main thing, in my view, is the communication skills. I think that stops a lot of students to come forward. If you are able to kind of garnish that part in the pre-final year, I think most of them they have the fire and the belly to make it happen. I guess that's the biggest gap in my view, and I guess that can be filled in with proper focus in the pre-finals. But I guess there is huge amount of encouragement that's been given for R&D and entrepreneurs. At least in Hassan, and I went 2-3 times previously. I hope that answered your question, Good to see you.
Yes, very much. Madam Vinay was very much right. In fact, in whatever college you are talking about, Malnad College, we have a foundation. Even Bangera sir is the advisor for that. And the part of the Mira is, and recently we got 10 crore funding also from that. Now we move on to the final session. Let us all thank to the beautiful panelists. We had a very fantastic session. Jonathan Chappale, I request our panel members to join, friend, so that ಹೃದಯ ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಸುಧೀರ್ ಶಂಕರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಸುಧೀರ್ ಶಂಕರ್ is always with us, in fact, and as you have signed the MoU, we have got a very long journey to do. Very big hand. ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, we had a very nice flavor of hatti coffee. ಕಾಫಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರು. ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ for ಮಹೇಂದ್ರ. And thank you, Sanjeev sir. Let us work together. And very big thanks to Vinay for coming all the way from Delhi. And very big thanks to my good friend Gurudat Chennai for the great efforts he took for being with us. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಒನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಊಟ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೊರಡಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನೇನೇ ವಿಷಯಗಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ರು ಕೂಡ. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಪ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ವಿ ಲೀವ್.